Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling here on SRB TV. I'm, of course, Kristen, and joined as always by
Nick Slade
and
Mo Brothers.
Yes, indeed. And on tonight's reaction, we are, of course, checking out the most mixed pay-per-view in recent WWE modern pay-per-view history, and that is, of course, WWE Fastlane, or as I like to call it, it has a couple of good matches once on Blue Moon pay-per-view.
at least it's not Battleground.
Anyways, so yeah, this is our final stop before WrestleMania 37, where none of us are going because fuck them, we can't afford shit right now. Okay, so
give me a bigger stimmy.
Yeah, give me a much bigger stimmy, then we'll talk. But anyways, let's dive right into this match card because we are still right in the middle of our pre-show as of this, the show's pre-show as of this recording. So we're just going right into it. Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura. Basically, it's just pretty much just a filler match before like Seth Cesaro at WrestleMania. Basically, Seth came back, still similar gimmick. Everybody told him to fuck off, pretty much. Cesaro stayed, but then said, nah, I'm good. And that's where we still got started. And Cesaro's been basically mocking the fact that Cesaro's never truly grabbed a brass ring in WWE. And
unless Scorpio Sky who grabbed that brass toilet ring.
That literal brass toilet ring. But yeah, that's where this all started. And of course, Cesaro's buddy Shinsuke showed up, and that's where we're at now. Seth thank you for the fact he swung around a few times, but Seth, honestly, it's just a little bit of a filler before his match against Seth's match against Cesaro at WrestleMania. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, obviously this is just a temporary feud to fill in time before the build to Mania. So yeah, should be a good match. Got Nakamura and Rollins, but yeah, Rollins gonna win.
Next, Mo, any thoughts?
I am going to stick with Shinsuke because I just want. I mean, look, there's some obvious story beats involved with this. Like, sure, Rollins will win in your guys' eyes, but in my eyes, Shinsuke's always a winner.
Shinsuke will always be Winsuke in your eyes. So
Shinsuke is my favorite Japanese wrestler of all time. So yeah, I'd love him to win. Just don't see it happening.
Should be a really good match, though.
Yeah.
Should be a really good match. Next up is the United States Championship match as Riddle once again defends his title against Mustafa Ali. Where do you fucking start? Riddle has been battling Retribution since what seems like forever. Then one tag team match later, Ali got a pin on Riddle. And then their title match happened where I only just realized, because I watched Botchamania, that they nearly freaking destroy each other coming off of like a botch backstabber spot off the turnbuckle. But Riddle was able to retain against him. And Ali's been not too happy with his Retribution buddy, so
because they keep screwing up.
Yeah. So for this, I say Riddle retains. I mean, this is probably adding more fuel to the fire with Ali breaking off with Retribution. So
yeah, possibly, but I could also see it going a different way. Because really, who's Riddle really got that could feud with him up till Mania? Can't think of anybody, but who does Ali have? Ricochet. Like, let's finish off Ali Ricochet at Mania, and let's make it for the United States title. So I think Ali wins here and then faces Ricochet at Mania.
All right. Mo, any thoughts?
Or Ali wins the United States Championship. The allure of the championship and that gold turns him against Retribution. So they decide, you know what, we don't need Ali anymore. And then they recruit Ricochet. And then it becomes Ricochet versus Ali, old leader versus new leader, for whatever reason.
Okay. So next up, we have the stupidest match on the card. And no, I'm saying stupidest, not even talking about the Retribution match. The stupidest match on the card, and that is Shane McMahon taking on Braun Strowman. So while we were talking there for a sec, apparently Shane suffered some kind of injury while training earlier today. So the match is question marked in the air right now,
It's happening at Mania. It's not happening tonight.
more than likely. But so stupid. So basically, Strowman's pissed that he was not included in the Elimination Chamber match.
He has a
But
point.
you know, at first I was on Shane's side with the whole, well, it was former WWE champions and you were a Universal champion. So I mean, sorry about that. But then things got weird. Shane started basically calling Braun an idiot awkwardly a lot and fucking with him. And then last week on Raw ended with Shane dumping green shit on Braun. I mean, oh my God, it's so fucking stupid. Oh, so fucking stupid. Nah, if this match happens, I'm giving it to Braun.
Well,
I'm giving it to Braun.
it's happening at Mania, and then Braun. People like the build-up may not be great, but come on, Shane McMahon has put on great performances in the past. He's trying to use his star power to put another younger guy over, which I appreciate.
I don't mind that, but the build-up has been really bad, like really bad build-up.
Shane's on his high horse because he's Shane McMahon. He thinks he can just put down anybody. Braun's like, you guys are underestimating me. You're disrespecting me. I'm not just some big monster. So I see what they're doing. It's not going to happen tonight. It's going to happen at Mania. And they could probably make it like some hardcore type match. And Shane can take some spots from Braun, and that'll be it.
Mo, any thoughts?
What if this injury is just all fake and it's a reason for Shane to bring out someone else to combat Braun, and that's what the match is going to be tonight. And then maybe at WrestleMania, it'll be Shane versus Braun. If not, some form of those two colliding at WrestleMania.
Okay. So next up is, I don't know how long it's been, but the first ever intergender match in quite some time now. Definitely been quite a few years. And that is not actually.
Wait,
No.
Are you not counting the mixed tag
Not
challenge?
counting. Intergender singles matches.
One-on-one.
One-on-one. It's been quite a while. So we are taking a look at probably at least a few years. At least 2 or 3 years. But I don't. It's Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. So basically, this is just a continuing build-up to eventually the Orton Fiend 2.0 match at Mania. With Bliss having tortured Orton throughout everything, costing him a lot lately.
Papa Shango on him.
Costing him a lot. And now he has coughing on black liquid. He's seeing extremely evil versions of himself. And Bliss is just fucking with him. And we're here now. And he's accepted her challenge to face her at. Yeah, this is going to be the most cinematic match of everything tonight. If I had to choose, knowing WWE, it's probably going to be Bliss winning. Don't know exactly how, but we'll have to see on that. But any other thoughts on this?
It's going to be a no contest because the Fiend's going to interfere and attack Randy Orton.
Yeah.
It's going to be a no contest because Randy Orton's going to burn another dummy.
It didn't look that bad.
Yeah, it was all right.
They expected to actually burn Bray.
Next up, we got, I would say, the blow off to the feud that has actually been pretty good. On low card, been pretty good. And that is Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. And apparently they confirmed it is a no holds barred match.
No holds barred.
Yeah, no DQ. So basically, yeah, this feud's been going as far back as when Sheamus just flat out bro kicked Drew one time on Raw. Since then, we have been feuding.
Well, the build's been there for a while since Sheamus came back to Raw.
He was supposed to be getting a title match. Like, Sheamus was supposed to get a title match with Drew, but then that turned into the Elimination Chamber match. While Sheamus put on a good effort, ultimately he still lost. And yeah, this feud's been going good. Honestly, the last couple matches they've had on Raw have been good. You know, Sheamus is one of his better runs lately in recent memory on WWE. So, I mean, good on them. But in the end, I still think Drew's gonna win. They already confirmed WrestleMania this year. It's gonna be Lashley versus McIntyre for the WWE Championship. So that's what's gonna happen, and we're gonna have to keep Drew strong. But technically, give him the title to at least WrestleMania. So yeah, my pick's Drew, the angry-looking guy on in the back. So any other thoughts, guys?
Yeah, I think Drew's going to win tonight, but I don't know. I don't think, like, you know what? They say card is subject to change. Oh, they actually are doing Riddle Ollie on the pre-show.
Okay.
You were right. Look at that. But
so
yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we'll pause when they show Ali's name tag. When it fully pops up, pause. When
All
it
right.
shows his name tag. When Ali's name.
All right. But yeah, I
So-
think Drew's going to win tonight. But yeah, card, like as they say, card subject to change. I could still see Sheamus being added to WrestleMania. I don't see how McIntyre Lashley at WrestleMania, how they can make that a bigger match when they've already fought at Backlash this last summer. Like unless you're
Yeah.
going to make it a stipulation match or add somebody, you got to make it different because they just like if they hadn't wrestled in a long time, sure, but they just fought last June in a one-on-one match.
Right.
So we'll have to see. But yeah, Drew's going to win tonight against Sheamus.
Mo, any other thoughts on that?
Just to be different, I'm gonna say Sheamus because it's been
Just to be different.
just to be different because there's so far it hasn't. We've been proven wrong when it's like, oh, it would make sense that this person stays the champion for a little bit, but then they have that person lose at a pay-per-view only to gain it back on like Raw or SmackDown. So it's happened to Drew once before. I could see it happening again.
Pause on his name tag thing. Okay.
Oh, he hasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't come out for me yet. He's about to come out.
Yeah, because pause as soon as his name tag just pops up, and then we'll probably be mostly synced. And then we'll try again a bit later. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so next up we have the Jacks of Spades defending their women's tag team championships against the okay, come up with a name, guys. I'm drawing a blank today.
Okay, pause.
Bossist? The Bossist?
You're kidding me, right? Is Peacock gonna let you pause live television?
I said that earlier.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a pain in the ass.
I told you, Kristen, that
go ahead and start. Go ahead and start. I'm at the part.
I can't. I'll unpause. We're gonna definitely be off sync. Okay, I'll unpause.
That's a weird feature.
Okay, so anyways, let's Jacks of Spades versus the Bossist for the women's tag team championships, or as I like to call it, just should fucking give it to Kai and Gonzalez instead of creating the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. But that's just fucking me.
Yeah, if you guys read Spandex, not today's, but last week's Spandex Suplexes, I pretty much go all over that. How it's stupid to create a second set of titles.
I don't want to get started on this. So basically, Jackson Baszler have been champs for a bit now, and now they have Reginald in their corner because why not? And apparently Sasha's being bothered by Reginald, and Bianca is telling her to get her head out of her Reginald-shaped ass. And like
Reginald wasn't on last week, so I don't know.
No, because they showed he was having a spa day. Oh my god, I have a migraine.
Well, Riddle Ali is starting for me, so you want to kind of.
So okay, just quickly, I say Jack Spade retains because they don't know whatever they're doing with women's tag team championships anymore. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, Jack Spade's going to retain because Banks and Belair had to fight at Mania. But then they had Natalya and Tamina randomly interfere last Friday. They're obviously setting up another multi-tag women's tag title because they have no idea what to do with the belts. It's probably going to be Jackson Spades versus Tamina and Natalya versus Naomi and Lana versus Rose and Brooke. So yeah, Jackson Spades retains.
Jack Spades. Any other thoughts, Mo?
Nope. I think no title change.
No title change? Okay. Okay, and then finally, it should be quick. Universal Championship match. Daniel Bryan takes on Roman Reigns for the title. Edge is confirmed to be the enforcer for the match. That doesn't necessarily mean
you skipped
anything.
the match.
No, I didn't.
Biggie Cruz.
Oh fuck, man! We haven't even got to talk about my fucking favorite match. What's going to be probably my favorite match on the card, my favorite rivalry going into this, and that is Big E defending the Intercontinental Championship against Apollo Crews. This started all the way back in December, so it's had a good build up. So it started when he got a challenge for the title. Crews lost. Then he tried again. He lost. Then he tried again. Big E told him, no more. Go away. Buzz off.
Go back to catering.
Go back to catering, which was fucked up line, honestly. Then Crews talked to Reigns. Reigns told him to get his head out of his ass and do something about it and take charge. And that's what Crews has been doing. And officially turned heel. What was it? Officially turned heel like about a few weeks ago, a month ago, pretty much. Yeah, attacking Shinsuke, attacking Big E brutally with the steel stairs, and then embracing his Nigerian roots, going full accent with his full native accent, talking about how he's been disrespected and all that stuff, and he wants an Intercontinental Championship match. And yeah, he's a heel now. It's been going on really great for him. I love this unhinged Big E right now going on, who just wants to go on and utterly destroy.
This past Friday, he hunted him in a go-kart.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was great. I was like, just pull Reigns. Just run him over. But nah.
He tried, but he crashed.
Yeah, honestly, this match could go either way. Honestly, it really could.
I think Cruz has got to win for the feud to keep going. I think Cruz is going to win the title, then they'll fight at Mania, and Big E will get it back.
Or Big E won't, and he'll be onward to bigger, better things.
Nah, Mania is usually where the story ends. We'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, my choice is Big E retains. Nick, you said Cruz to win. Mo, any thoughts?
I think Big E's gonna win.
Right. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so last one, Universal Championship match. Like I said, Reigns, Bryan, Edge's enforcer. Reigns retained. That's it. I don't have anything else. Bryan got dicked over Elimination Chamber. Wants a proper match. Edge kind of peeved that it was supposed to be a tag team match with him and Bryan at Fastlane, but Bryan wanted another chance shot at the Universal title, and now here we are. So whoever wins this match will go on to face Edge at WrestleMania. So yeah, Reigns retains.
Reigns retains due to shenanigans from Edge.
Right.
And then Bryan gets added at Mania. Triple threat.
Gotcha.
What do you think, Mo?
I think Reigns.
Oh no! Mo, talk, speak, say something.
Speak to me, Mo.
Speak to me. We lost you.
Wardlow.
You
guys gonna watch our last thing to get that joke?
God damn it! God damn, that was a good move. It sucks I'm missing most of this United States Championship match right now.
Did you unpause?
Yeah, I'm paused.
I'm watching it.
I hope he doesn't do that for future reactions we do. But yeah, we really legit lost Mo. Hey. Mo?
No.
Mo? Mo?
Oh, there he goes.
And we lost Mo.
He'll be back.
That's great.
But yeah, you think Reigns gonna retain? Do you think Bryan will be added at Mania?
No.
Now, I can see why you think that, but at this point, they're in too deep, and I don't think they have a choice. Because if they don't, they're risking Reigns' Edge being booed out of the building.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we should see if they use a canned crowd.
This is literally WrestleMania 30 all over again, where they try to dick Bryan out of Mania and try to put Batista in there.
Dude, me and brother saw a trailer to a vampire film that looks pretty good. And at the end, fucking CM Punk shows up as a deputy with the most porn looking stash you've ever seen, man. I swear to God. It's called Jacob's Wife. It's like Jakob Jacob.
There's Mo.
Oh, there's Mo. Oh no.
Yay, he's back. So Mo,
Okay.
Reigns or Bryan?
Reigns.
Cool.
Does
Cool.
Bryan get added at Mania?
No.
All right. I guess no one still has hope. Okay. So
Okay, so
All
that's
right.
so that's it, folks. Here you go.
Go
Try to
straight
sync up
into
to
what's.
best- Yeah,
Yeah.
watch what's up the U.S. title match. So here we go. Here's our reactions to WWE Fastlane 2021. So I hope you guys. I got mute.
All right. So I don't know where you are in Smash, Kristen, because you might be a little bit behind.
Riddle just tried Final Flash.
They're both laying on the. They're both laying
Now he's
on the
going on
ground.
turnbuckle.
All right. How about? Yeah, Riddle. Right now,
Tried Flame Bro, but he got the knees up.
Yeah, you're a little behind. Unfortunately, I cannot pause for some reason. Why is was WWE Network really? Ooh!
I will take that. Ooh, ow, ooh, something big's about to happen.
Oh! Dang it! Okay, I can't really say anything because I don't want to spoil stuff for you. This has been a good match, actually. I've been watching from the side.
I've been watching off and on right now. It's two talented wrestlers. The first probably gonna be good.
Why is this on the pre-show? I mean, God's sake, it's only 7 matches. You can't.
Ooh, nice. I see what you meant there. That was nice.
Oh, so you're not too far behind me.
1, 2.
All right, so after this.
So
match,
I guess what we'll try to do is, if the timer pops up on yours, I'll try my best to try to sync up. I guess I don't know.
well,
Fucking Peacock sucks right now.
Are you using Peacock or are you using WWE Network?
No, I'm using the network because I can actually pause it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Is that like a unique thing to be able to pause live television? Because I couldn't do it on BR's Roku, and I can't do it on Peacock's Roku.
Well, Peacock had already been, I was aware that you weren't going to be able to pause, rewind, fast forward, that kind of stuff on Peacock before I signed up. That's why I think I told you, Kristen, that it was gonna be kind of hard to sync up stuff, at least for the time being.
Oh, this is gonna be great then. I guess after this match, I'll try to go live and see where it puts me at.
Okay.
So according to this, I'm like roughly a minute behind on the minute behind. Right, ding, ding, ding. So I know the match is over already.
Yeah, I won't say who won until you catch it here there.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, is he really going to do a bro Derek off the turnbuckle?
Ooh.
That was impressive.
Oh, and
Okay, so that's it. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to go live.
What do I have to do? What do I have to do?
Well, for a little bit, I did see the match. I thought it was good.
yeah. Okay, where I'm at is Riddle's slowly walking back up the ramp.
I'm gonna refresh on my end. I have the OBS capture right now. So.
Retribution's trying to help Ollie up.
Are they rejecting him?
Not yet.
Oh wait, yeah, Reckoning's having a stare down with him. Oh. Ooh, Reckoning's saying bye bye. I'm going back to my man.
Pause a little bit, because I'm about to catch up to you.
I'll get to the timer. When we get to the timer.
All right. So now you're back ahead of me.
You gotta love. You gotta love the breakup of Retribution is happening on the fucking pre-show.
Shows you how important they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the point where she's just now having a stare down with him. And she just said bye. Go back to
So I
NXT.
guess what we'll try to do is if the timer shows up again, we'll try to pause.
It's kind of weird the timer hasn't shown up in like 30 minutes.
That's fine. That's fine. Take off the mask. Show your independence.
Show that Aussie face. Yeah, Slapjack's out. It's a stupid name anyways.
I love the breakup of Retribution happy on the kickoff. Shows you how much they truly care.
I mean, what if it's still
Uh-oh.
Retribution just without?
Mason T-Bar about to do a double choke slam.
Yeah, I'm past that part.
Oh, and Retribution's done. WrestleMania. At least we'll actually have a WrestleMania set this year. Let's see how that looks like.
But no Kyrie coming off the pirate ship.
Well, she tried to ask permission from WWE to wrestle in Japan. They wouldn't let her do it.
Yeah, she wanted to be part of the Stardom anniversary show.
Dicks.
Hey, at least we may be getting KO Zayn again, which I'm always all for.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier.
Yeah, I'm all for that. And so I'm like, okay, sure. I'm like, I have no qualms with this.
Yeah, this year's Mania card is actually looking good.
Yeah.
So NXT Takeover Stand Deliver is going to be interesting because night one is going to be on. It's just going to be like a special episode of NXT, and night two will be on pay-per-view and Peacock.
Weird.
Yeah. It's like, I guess they'd want to not air NXT in its time slot on Wednesdays. So, yeah, night one's going to be a special episode of NXT, and night two will be regular Takeover special. But at least we're finally going to have an undisputed Cruiserweight champion after fucking 200-something days.
Yeah. They reminded us how long Walters had the UK title. I'm like, fuck, it's been over 2 fucking years.
Well, to be fair, I think he was supposed to lose it last year when they were.
I know. Yeah, I think he was supposed to lose it to Balor at UK Takeover Dublin, but that got pushed back
twice.
So now it's this summer.
Yeah, but so it looks like it's gonna be Walter Tommaso Ciampa, I assume, for the UK title. But that means Walter. I think Walter's gonna win. Now, the reason. So what now? Originally, I was thinking Balor was gonna beat Cross, but now I think if they're gonna go back to the plan of Balor versus Walter, they'll probably have Balor drop it to Cross.
That's what I'm assuming too. It's gonna be Balor. Yeah, it's gonna be Balor Walter at UK Takeover Dublin.
Has it been weird for you guys since Cross came back? He's acted more like a normal person than a supernatural entity.
I don't know. At this point, I'm like, as long as he's wrestling, that's all that matters to me in the long run.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because Scarlett's still doing her weird stuff, and so when she's doing her weird stuff,
he probably I think they've made him more like, instead of him believing this of like a Taker kind of character, he's just one of those guys who believes in what Scarlett says instead. That's what I think they've made him more like that instead.
Well, maybe they were just like, hey, we can't have both of you act weird, so we're just gonna have her act weird, and you're just gonna sit there and just go along with it, and it'll be fine. Because we can't have just supernatural stuff happening on all of our shows.
I'm not on Peacock right now, bitch. Sorry.
We're starting off with the women's tag match.
Yay! Get this shit over with. Jesus Christ. I knew it. As soon as they were like, we're going now, we're doing something different, I'm like, fuck, you're going to introduce NXT women's tag titles, aren't you? And then on top of that, they have the first ever lose the same night.
I know, I mentioned
that's
that.
Rey Mysterio levels of fucked up.
Yeah, in the article I mentioned how that hurts the prestige of the title because you just have your first champions immediately lose them.
Why did you agree to this match tonight? It's not smart. I don't care. Nia could be both of us. Not saying that she would, But what are you thinking? What am I thinking? This is not because of me. This is because of Reginald. Reginald! Oh, so Reginald is still a part of this? You screwed me last week and Reginald is still in your head? You know, I know you.
Yeah, like, why didn't Nia Jax get a title
You're the
shot?
boss.
Girl, you're married. You should be worrying about your title.
And don't think
You got a
I'm here to
man.
save you.
Oh, they actually acknowledged that Banks is actually married.
Well, I'm hoping they mention it because seems like nobody else is.
Well, if it doesn't happen on camera, it doesn't necessarily it's not necessarily canon. Oh, or also, it'll be canon temporarily because they conveniently decide whether or not Corey Graves and Carmelo are dating or not. On
Yeah.
Look, when it comes to relationships in WWE, they'll use it when it's convenient.
At WrestleMania for a championship back at WrestleMania 23, Shawn Michaels went one-on-one with John Cena. That could happen if Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks win the tag titles here tonight. It is a possibility. I find it to be highly unlikely. I don't foresee these.
I kind of agree with Corey on that front. I extremely doubt they're gonna win tonight. The tag
yeah, I'm trying to
titles.
think like the last time I could remember that tag partners faced each other at Mania was Eddie versus Ray. Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. Now after that is when Eddie turned heel, and that was not a great run. Unfortunately, that was one of his last runs. That's one thing I can say. At least Eddie Guerrero had turned face before he passed, so at least he went out as his real character. Jax, another nurse girl. Oh, there's Reggie.
Dude, don't forget, dude, you are still like a couple seconds ahead.
Yeah. Reginald's back. Oh my God, Vince McMahon is so happy right now.
Yeah, you can tell because Corey said he said that through Corey.
Oh, thank God,
Reginald's
guys,
back.
Reggie's back.
Reginald's back.
Yeah, I love how like people like I was reading somebody's like Reginald, Vince McMahon's current favorite character right now.
I love this. Bah! Clocked it right in the fucking face.
God. Like Reginald, from what I've seen, he's good in the ring. To me, it looks like he should be more on 205 Live. Honestly, I'm sure he's having time of his life right now. He's getting exposure. He's wearing a salmon suit.
I mean, I would say like putting him on 205 Live, it would get him like so much less exposure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's probably enjoying the limelight right now, even though it's not helping this feud. Yeah, like when they introduced the NXT Women's Tag Title, it looks exactly the freaking same as the WWE Women's Tag Titles.
Except now they just have the NXT tag team design on them. It says women's on it.
WWE has too many belts.
I even love how they started up the they confirmed Gonzalez Shirai having that takeover. Just Shirai showing up at the end going, I want you. That's it. That's it.
She came out with a contract, just pushed it in her chest, like, sign it.
Sign it, bitch. You know you want it.
Well, now I'm thinking Gonzalez is going to be the next champion, even though I thought Tony Storm should have been the next champion.
Still be the next champion after Gonzalez.
Shirai's had a long reign. She's got the fourth longest reign right now for the title.
I like Shirai.
Yeah,
I'm happy she's got she's had a pretty good title reign.
yeah. I'm about to say something controversial. WWE does a better job of giving her Japanese women's wrestlers characters than AEW.
Christ.
It's true.
I even said on my tweet review for Dynamite this past Wednesday, I'm like, that the lights out match was really good between Rosa and Baker.
Yeah.
I just wish they used the spotlight more often for the women's division like that. You know, on AEW.
AEW has the worst women's division right now of any major company. They used to be Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor doesn't really have a women's division right now.
I love it. Ring of Honor's like, we had this. Look, we don't even have something to defend ourselves with on that front.
Yeah, Ring of Honor's like, oh, one of the women we fired was very controversial. Let's just get rid of the entire division.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I just hadn't really been enjoying Ring of Honor lately for like a while.
Yeah.
Women's champion. A bit of an unwilling tag there. I don't think Shayna was ready for Nia to tag herself.
And I feel like Ring of Honor's really struggled since the Elite bailed on them to make AEW.
Yeah.
Working very well.
They're doing decent enough for themselves.
I mean, they're doing fine, just nowhere near where they were. Well, now, like they used to, I bet they feel kind of mad because they used to be New Japan's only American partner. Now New Japan's partner with every major American company, not WWE.
Ooh, speaking of New Japan, did you see the footage of the earthquake hitting?
Yeah, I did. That was pretty cool.
I watched it. I'm like, everybody just stopped. Like you couldn't tell until like the camera started doing this, flopping.
Yeah, since it was during a match where Okada, Tanahashi, and Ibushi were a tag team, it's like this tag team was so epic it caused an earthquake.
I like to put it that way. I would love to put it like that. I'm surprised fucking Finjuice won the Impact Tag titles.
That was awesome.
I was surprised. They show up on AEW Dynamite. I'm like, wait, were they tag champions? And it looked like, no, Finjuice went off them. And apparently Juice showed off his half during the New Japan Cup interview.
Yeah. No, it made sense because I think the Good Brothers are going after the AEW tag titles. The Young Bucks have. Because the Young Bucks refused to sweep them after they tried to kill Moxley again.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to lead to like a big match between the two. Maybe, I don't know when. With AEW, don't exactly know when. Like, if I had my way, it would probably be at the Double or Nothing, in my opinion. Well, but that's all the way at the end of May.
We did hear Double or Nothing will be in Jacksonville, so once again, they had to cancel doing it in
Vegas.
Was it Vegas?
That's fine. I'm not no skin. And for one thing, they've been letting audience members a bit more slowly, bit by bit, letting more and more audience members in to Daly's Place. So it's not going to be like last year's Double or Nothing, at least.
At least Daly's Place looks good on camera compared to what the Performance Center.
Yeah.
Which they made the Performance Center look nice for NXT, at least.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a warehouse anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I saw people complain that Impact has added crowd noise. I was like, you people were complaining it was too quiet. Now you're complaining that they added crowd noise?
Sorry, I'm trying to see what's up with Bianca's face.
Well, that's just rude, Kristen.
Like her right eye?
What, like she got hit? Might be her makeup.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay, yeah, she's fine now. But yeah, I think it was like a false slash or something.
The original rocking that salmon suit like he's Mark Henry doing a fake retirement.
Dude, you should have seen what Rollins' outfit is in the pre-show.
I saw it earlier.
Jesus Christ! It looks like a salmon threw up on a white tux.
Cover now by Shayna. Hook of the leg and a kick out by Belair. Baszler and Jax have done a masterful job for the past several minutes of just cutting the ring in half. Bianca has been nowhere.
I guess the only silver lining I could say about Baszler and Jax having the women's tag titles are it's the second longest relevancy that tag titles have had since Sasha and Bayley had them. So I can give them that at the very least. They keep them on the island of relevancy.
Island of relevancy, Jesus Christ. That's such a Paul Heyman term.
Yeah, but I think I can say that at least what they're doing to women's tag titles. at least they're having whoever wins the titles are having lengthy reign, like decent enough reigns. Like Bailey and Sasha's still like #1 in my books.
And I don't want to harp on it, but when I talk about the inexperience of Bianca Belair, it's relative to the other competitors in the matchup. But Bianca is almost frantic. When she gets locked into these submissions, Shayna Baszler is allowing Bianca to tire herself out. When she's flailing trying to escape, it wears her out.
And Corey, that's very telling.
I don't know why my hair has such trouble showing up on camera.
Uses a bank statement submission to put opponents away. Cover now by Jax and a kick.
This goes dark.
And I was paying to ask about keeping my beard set is that I gotta keep both sides level, like both sides level. So like I only trim it like once a week at the end of the week. So I'm not like, as long as it looks like this, where it looks.
Well, I had a problem. Mine was a little too low, so I had to cut a little bit down here, and I'm trying to grow more up here. I'm trying to move it up a bit.
Yeah, it's trying to find that balance. That's the challenge.
That was odd sequence.
Yes, it was.
She's done like most girls. She injures everybody in the ring.
God, they need to have it to where Jax just deadlifts Nia. She can do it. I mean, shit, if she can deadlift fucking Otis, I think she can deadlift fucking Jax.
Speaking of Otis, what do you guys think of Otis being a heel?
I think it works. It's just pretty much Gable manipulating him.
I actually like Gable and Otis as a tag team.
Nice. That was clever.
When I think of Otis as a heel, I just think of him just like doing some of the things that he did when he was a face, but just like doing it slower and in a deeper voice. So he's always like grabbing his belly, going, "Oh yeah."
He's still doing
nice.
He is still doing like his same stuff, but doing it like more aggressively.
God damn it! What did she say?
Trying to fight out. Tag made by Banks.
Woo!
Random offense incoming.
Oh!
Yeah, there you are.
Oh! She should have pinned her. She should have pinned her. Okay, to be fair, that was Nia doing that.
Broke Sasha's submission attempt. Banks still legal.
Remember when Bianca's thing, and like when she first started NXT, was just whipping the other opponent consistently?
Yeah, I feel like she has done like only occasionally. I feel like now she's on the main roster, they don't want to overplay it.
I think she did it once since joining the main roster.
Why is Banks getting mad?
Oh, come on! It was an accident! Jesus H. Christ.
Oh.
Come on.
Why does Sasha feel like the heel in this feud?
Because isn't she supposed to be the heel in this feud?
Like they're both face. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Wow, what a shocker.
Honestly, it's kind of how I figured it would go down. They would break down. They got to make their feud more personal. But yeah, they're both technically faces, but Sasha's been acting like more like the heel.
I mean, for the most part, that was a good match. It predictably ended like we thought it would.
Real quick, it's getting darker where I am, so let me turn on my lights.
Yeah, what do you think, Mo? That was a good enough match, right?
I mean, yeah, it had its moments and spots.
There, now I'm all shiny. I'm shiny.
It would have been cool if leading into WrestleMania, Banks and Belair were more. It was more of like a respect, like a respect thing between each other instead of the typical like we can't be friends. This happened, like
woo. We're about to get there.
Oh!
Snap
Ooh.
City.
Slap City. Slap City.
What you get at, Minnie?
I read those lips. This bitch.
This bitch. This bitch. It's still
She
PG.
really fucking slapped me. Yeah, you can tell she lost her right lash. No, don't point at it. The pyro's gonna go off. No, don't point at it.
No, always point at it.
Point at the sign.
Do it.
I don't have a sign.
She's like,
Do
fine,
it.
it's fine.
I'll just
Get my
point
title
at
Mania.
you, the audience. Hopefully you don't blow up in the pyro.
Everybody should always point at the sign. Is there a WrestleMania sign near you? Point at it. See what happens.
Close WrestleMania sign
If
I have is my room.
If I ever get like a nice little set during WrestleMania season, I'm just gonna have a WrestleMania sign behind me and just keep pointing at it.
I should do that when we do the WrestleMania reaction. Just make a little tiny WrestleMania, put up a tiny little WrestleMania poster
Behind you,
anytime they show
keep
somebody
pointing at it.
We all every time they point at it, we point at ours.
Well, do they typically, like, I know that leading up to WrestleMania they always seem to do it, but
They'll
I
do it
forget,
during the promos.
Tonight only, buy one t-shirt, get one for $5
Oh,
and
yeah.
save big on
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, Bobby Lashley just wins the WWE title, and they have the Hurt Business drop the tag titles randomly to New Day.
Yeah, because it's gonna be Styles and Omos.
It's a girl! Never in a million years did I think my daughters would be pregnant at the same time.
To be fair, one of them already had a kid.
Fuck reality television. There, I said it.
To be fair, gun to head, I would watch Miz and Mrs. That does look somewhat entertaining.
Apparently, the tickets are, last I checked, are almost sold out for Mania.
Yay! I
There
think
are
he said max per night is gonna be like 25,000 fans.
there won't be ringside seats.
Obviously.
The biggest spectacle in live entertainment. WrestleMania is back in business.
Oh
Here tonight on
no!
Fastlane.
Oh, I just noticed his T-shirt. He put
Yeah,
stupid
Stupid
over.
Express.
A photograph from a bit earlier today, Corey, when Shane McMahon was training.
Do you guys like Shane
he
more as a
appeared
heel
to
or a
injure
face?
His left leg.
I like him more when he's not on my TV.
Shane's great.
Jeopardize anything later tonight.
Shane's good in certain places. Right now, not one of those places.
He's only showing up occasionally now. Elias.
Oh, Elias shows up? Cool.
Okay, perfect. Because I've been wanting to talk to you about my WrestleMania pitch. I'm talking about the greatest musical performance of all time. Something that's never been done before. Something so epic that Bad Bunny is going to feel obligated.
Is it weird that the one member for Gaston's is kind of big spotlight is also the guy who is the reason they broke up?
I don't blame him. Like, he has a right to tweet whatever he wants.
No, I know that. I was just saying it's ironic.
Yeah, it's alright. I don't think what he tweeted was even that
I
bad.
do. Okay, what I mean, you name it, I'll do it. I want to get out there.
Shane.
I have an idea.
Oh, I know what Shane's gonna do.
He's gonna have them to take on Braun instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We'll find out a little bit later
my
on, but
theory
coming up
would
next,
be
ladies and
correct.
gentlemen, it is
Yeah, Mo, your theory was correct.
for the Intercontinental
Oh,
Ooh, yeah, here we go.
Biggie.
against a
My favorite rivalry going into Fastlane.
Can Cruz knock
Got
off
Apollo
Big
being
E
evil
and win
T'Challa.
the gold tonight at Fastlane?
Did you just say he's T'Challa?
He's evil, T'Challa.
So Michael B. Jordan's character, Killmonger.
That guy's American.
For far too long, I've been humble. I've been respectful, and in return, I haven't received that same respect.
Hey, I told you before I gave you an opportunity. I beat you. I gave you another opportunity. I beat you again. Come back here whining for
Take your little paycheck. Ooh.
Take your little paycheck.
You can like this, like definitely you can see Apollo's point of view. Big E did disrespect him.
But then you kind of see Big E's point about giving other people opportunities.
Yeah. Embracing that Nigerian heritage.
And then you look up his past. Turns out his great ancestor was actually a pretty cool king, pretty fair king. Loved his people.
Yeah. What do you actually? The story you told on SmackDown is actually true.
It's kind of weird that part of that promo they had to just like show Nigeria. Like they could like show on the map, show on a like map of the world where Nigeria is, as if you couldn't just like leave that alone and just
Nigeria.
To be fair, Mo, they have an international audience. Not everyone knows a lot about it. Not everyone in the world knows a lot about Nigeria.
But it's the fact that it's kind of like just simplified. It's just like you could show all these pictures, but doing that just kind of I don't know. It seems kind of elementary.
Yeah, it's just showing the culture to people who aren't familiar with it.
Well, you can show the culture, like all the pictures and landscapes and all that stuff was nice. It's just I find the part that's weird is just like
showing it on
like
a globe.
if someone was like, I'm from Florida, and then you had like a picture of the globe show up and then it points at Florida, and it's just like, what's the point of that?
It's just like an introduction, and you zoom in and there's the culture.
Apollo and show on the globe where United States hurt you. Everybody just points to Florida.
Apollo! Cruise. I like he's add like some like the African drums to his remix. Get that wicked cool spear.
Looks like a really big metal Q-tip.
If you want to die.
If you want to die.
Q-tip from hell. Satan's Q-tip.
Actually, from the side, it looks like a giant paintbrush. Like a little
it
tiny
does. If
paintbrush.
they didn't show a spear, you think there were a brush on top?
To be fair, I'm pretty sure Apollo could kill me with that spear, so... Actually, it looks more ceremonial than anything. Yeah, like a really thick bottom.
Look at that Q-tip toothbrush.
Dude, that's his grandfather's spear. Don't disrespect the spear.
I'm not gonna disrespect the spear.
Don't disrespect the spear.
I'm not disrespecting the spear. I'm just slightly making fun of the.
You call it. Sounds like you're trying to find a way to get out of saying that you disrespect the spear.
Think big. Oh, you know he's serious. He doesn't have the little thing there.
Yeah, I can believe you, Nick, saying Cruz will retain and being maybe winning it back at WrestleMania, because WrestleMania, of course, is in Big E's hometown.
Oh yeah, it is actually.
Yeah, remember like how Naomi lost the title before like WrestleMania 33, and then won that at WrestleMania 33.
That was because of a legitimate injury.
Yeah, but then they thought it'd be a great idea if she won it back in her hometown still.
Yeah. Oh, since we're actually having crowds there, are we actually going to bring back like the battle royals that we didn't have last year?
You know what's one thing I can't wait for? When Roman Reigns gets legitimately booed and they don't lower the volume.
He'll probably get more cheers than usual because his character.
I would be surprised if Roman Reigns gets cheered. I will be generally surprised if Roman Reigns gets cheered.
He'll get more cheers than he used to.
So if they do decide to do a battle royal, I think one of the things, one of the reasons why they didn't do a battle royal last WrestleMania was because of like kind of didn't know who exactly was cleared.
Oh yeah. It made total sense not to do it last year because you didn't want to have too many people. They could only have a certain number of people in the room, let alone in a ring. But nowadays they can have enough people in a ring to do a battle royal.
That's right. They didn't do an Andre Moore Battle Royal last year.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Yeah, they didn't do it last year because they couldn't, because they didn't know how many people they could have in a ring.
This year we're also getting the return of the women's diagram of the reproductive organs trophy.
You mean the ovary trophy?
The ovary trophy. That's right.
You wanted this.
He was.
Ooh. Oh, Big E's still wearing his Schoolhouse Rocks tights.
I did love the new nickname they gave him, the Powerhouse of Positivity.
The Powerhouse of Positivity, yeah.
I thought that was clever.
Big E also has he's a part of a Kickstarter project that
yeah, I've been seeing that on Twitter. They're getting close to their goal, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
You think you're ready for this? But now you know.
Should be an interesting thing.
That reminds me. Did you guys see who the co-hosts of WrestleMania are?
I don't want to talk about that because that's just extremely stupid.
No, it's just funny that
that's like getting Kanye West to host with Mike Myers.
Well, I mean, at least then we know. Well, there weren't going to be any racial slurs hurled.
No, it's
awkward
funny
moment.
Obviously, honestly, yeah, what Hulk Hogan did a while back was stupid. Honestly, how long are we going to hate on him? Like, does he not deserve a chance to redeem himself?
But you gotta admit, it's still a bit awkward.
It's a little awkward.
It's that on top of just his behavior from when he was like wrestling as well, that people kind of are just soured on him.
Yeah, once lately, a lot of his like political pull backstage came to light. A lot of people started like not being so Sean Hogan. But like, to be fair,
that's a little separate from the other stuff that he's actually in trouble. That he actually got in trouble for recently.
Yeah. And to be fair, I will always respect Hogan for one being the key reasons of keeping wrestling on the map. No doubt about that. I will never doubt that. I even enjoyed his little bit of his run when he was in during the Ruthless Aggression era. But after hearing more and more about like every the SummerSlam match against Michaels, for example,
to be fair, Michaels was also being unprofessional during that.
True, but then it was still an example of Hulk Hogan doing a political pull backstage political pull.
But honestly, it's not like Shawn Michaels didn't have a history of that too.
So for me, it's not just the whole racism thing; it's a whole conglomerate of things on top of that. It's where I'm like,
honestly, yeah, I would have gone with somebody else, but really, when it comes right down to it, he's still Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, if anything.
He's still like one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time. And what he did before was stupid. But you can't hate. I feel like he has a right to fix, to redeem himself.
Well, I mean, what has he done to redeem himself?
He hasn't done anything, like anything negative at least, that I'm aware of. Ooh.
But Apollo does not allow any separation from Big E. Right now, back into the waistlock.
So I'm trying to think, like, really. Oh, I was looking at. I was just thinking about the Hall of Fame. It looks like Batista won't be able to be a part of the Hall of Fame this year due to scheduling conflict.
Yeah, Bischoff getting inducted kind of caught me a bit by surprise.
I don't see why. Like, Bischoff's a legendary figure in the wrestling world. But I guess
But
you're
then
saying
again, he
because-
got canned. But then again, recently he got canned for like not exactly helping with SmackDown. So that's why I'm like, that's why it caught me a bit of surprise.
and he's been.
And he recently showed up on an episode of AEW too. So
Yeah.
I don't know
Honestly-
what happened just now.
Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened?
what the fuck? Wait, what? What the
What
fuck was
happened?
that?
Who won?
Big E won because they're playing his music, but what the fuck was that?
Did Big E have Cruz's shoulders down?
I want to say Big E was able to shift his weight. I need to take another
Oh,
look at it.
don't do a dusty finish on me.
Oh, they're doing a dusty finish because they're saving this match for Mania.
We noticed Big E posturing up. Perhaps that did pin Apollo.
Olympic slam.
down.
Ooh.
Obviously, by the actions of Apollo Crews, it's apparent that Big E retained.
Well, if you're saving it for Mania, that means Big E's going to ultimately win the feud. Like, I don't think you'll have the villain like Cruz win a feud at Mania. I was hoping Cruz would at least get a few week title reign.
Yeah.
Because Cruz's character is too good not to have at least a short reign.
I disagree.
Okay. Once
I
this
think
goes.
I think if some of these people get a title reign, they should have like not some short week reign. Because I mean, can't you see Cruz being, if he's gonna be a champion, be like a champion for a while, and he has this persona that he has now as like a continuous thing where it's like if he's just gonna get the title and lose it in a couple weeks, then
Well, Mania's like a month or so. So I was like saying at least a month reign, but I guess you could have Cruz win at Mania. It's just like it's not unheard for villains to win at Mania. It happens.
So this is match ending, so I'll be right back.
It's honestly some of the best work I've ever seen from Cruz. He found his character.
I feel like part of it was he was allowed to find his character.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps he's on SmackDown because Daniel Bryan's on creative there, and they're letting wrestlers like that's why you can see Nakamura, Cesaro, Cruz getting pushes.
Free-to-play WWE pool. Simply download the app and sign up with the promo code. Then just make your picks, and if you get enough correct, you've earned yourself some cash. So download the DraftKings app now. Sign up with promo code WWE to play free for a share of $10,000.
All right. Well, that didn't go exactly how I thought it would go.
WWE superstars, hey, sir.
Drew Gulak?
Average, and I'm here today to hand out 3 samples of Old Spice Wild. It's ridiculously.
Hey, Kristen, look who's randomly in an Old Spice commercial.
That does smell wild. Thanks, Joe.
Stay right there.
You
Stay.
got body slam odor.
Where's our truth?
I don't know anything about that. I'm just mild mannered Old Spice.
Where is our truth?
Get these
I don't know. I'm handing out free Old Spice. Take a sample.
Wait, is that?
They're using
No, is that Eric Buguez? That's Eric Bugenhagen.
Who?
Isn't that Bugenhagen?
Regular old Joseph Average is champion.
Whoever he is not.
He's not champion anymore.
Not familiar to me.
Who is that supposed to be, Kristen?
In NXT, he was known as Eric Bugenhagen, and then he changed his name to Eric Buguez. He was a guy who always came out to air guitar and shit.
The process is true. The
That was weird. There's a 24/7 title change on an Old Spice commercial.
Yeah, I think that was Eric. Yeah, Eric Buguez.
Well, he was just playing an Old Spice person.
Legit, man. Hey, welcome back to Ringside, representing Monday Night Raw. I'm Tom Phillips alongside
Samoa Joe's not amused at all.
Now we are ready for the scheduled match between Braun Strowman and
I mean, I definitely would have preferred some 24/7 title stuff happening at the Grammys, but
Or Saturday Night Live. That was a missed opportunity.
not too much Saturday Night Live because the Grammys are bigger, and I would like if anything's gonna happen on Saturday Night Live involving the 24/7 title, I want the Weekend Update crew to be the ones to get the title.
Well, the way they had Bad Bunny. They had Bad Bunny literally trade the title to R-Truth for Stone Cold memorabilia. That's lame.
Oh, that's interesting. They had Shane say, ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Now, Elias, as a possible prelude to WrestleMania, just wanted everyone to be able to come out and hear exactly what you can do, if you would, sir.
Elias, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Elias, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I know everybody interrupts you, but one thing I just wanted to let you know is I forgot to tell you, you're taking my place tonight.
I knew it!
Thanks, man. That's not what we talked about. Well, it's good. It's good. It's a good thing.
You're taking my place tonight, Elias. Oh, no.
So is this is going straight into the match.
Braun's like, fuck it, I just want to beat a motherfucker.
Hell, if I hold Jackson Riker's leg right, I can beat another motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Strowman. I've always liked Braun. I've always liked Braun Strowman.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I'm glad he got a Universal title run last year. It actually wasn't a bad run. And the fact that it wasn't even supposed to happen because it was really supposed to be Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Woo! To be fair, that was an awesome coast to coast there.
Yeah.
The green slime.
The green slime a bit much.
Well, what else was he gonna pour on him?
It's to appeal to those fans of Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah, whatever.
I know, but like, what he was also one of the pours. What would you have him pour on him to embarrass him?
Motor oil.
Green motor oil.
That would have been
grease the tracks.
That would have been hard to get out.
Tracks.
That probably would have been hard to wash out. Hey, at least it wasn't dog food.
Or what about marshmallow fluff?
Or
that would have
car
been
battery strapped to your nuts.
The marshmallow fluff would have been hard to get out of the bucket. You gotta scoop that stuff out.
Well, that's why you kind of just like warm it up so it's melted down or whatever, and then he's just like.
Yeah, I love the concept of marshmallow fluff to me. I just want somebody wanted to eat marshmallows.
Yeah, then it would have dried his beard and got really, really hard to get out.
Right. Add insult to injury. Then you have to see a clean-shaven Braun Strowman, and he's even more pissed off.
Then his beard would smell like marshmallows for weeks.
He-bearded Strowman?
He would shave it off so he doesn't have to smell like marshmallows.
Poor Elias. They just don't know what to do with his character right now.
What?
Easy, feed him to Strowman.
I feel like they're
doing it right now.
To do. They know what to do with his character. Let him play a little song, piss off the crowd, and then get beaten up by whoever it is.
Well, I mean, that being said, provoking Strowman is a very, very useful habit, especially you have to pay for the consequences.
I think he's good enough to be the United States champion. Hey, Riddle doesn't have an opponent for Mania.
Doesn't Strowman need to win one more title to be Grand Slam, modern day Grand Slam?
He needs the United States title. Oh, yeah, he needs the United States title. Oh, Riddle.
Strowman is in a mood.
He needs a WWE title apparently to be an official Triple Crown champion because they haven't recognized him as one. Yeah, they
Doesn't
technically
Ryan need the Universal title to be Triple Crown?
No, he won the WWE title, so he doesn't need it.
Okay.
For some reason, the Universal and SmackDown tag titles are part of the Grand Slam, but they're not part of the Triple Crown.
Yeah, we could imagine. Just doesn't seem very likely right now, Tom.
WWE has too many titles.
Riker has drawn the ire of the monster.
Well, maybe instead you can just replace one of those requirements with his crown jewel win.
Do you think they let him? Do you think they let him keep the pea green belt?
Well, I guess so. We never saw it again.
That's right.
He's got that Saudi belt.
You know what sucks too? They didn't even give him a title opportunity after winning Greatest Royal Rumble. Could at least give him that.
He got his title run last year. Honestly, I thought that was a missed opportunity. Instead of creating a Greatest Royal Rumble championship, they could have just called it the Saudi Arabian Championship and had it defended on the shows. But they didn't do that.
Yeah, how you know they're not going to do that? Eventually.
Yeah, Mansoor would have been the champion forever. Oh, there's a fun fact. Mansoor has not actually lost a match.
Cool, he's undefeated. Well, I mean, I don't know if we're not counting NXT, a couple of his early NXT matches.
I think like the thing is, Mansoor actually is a talented guy, but they were just using him for propaganda purposes in Saudi Arabia. And that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. No.
Ron's really good at doing that snarling spit. You're like, ugh.
Never expected to hear that and hear it as a compliment. It's like, this guy is good at snarling and spit.
Like, makes him like a monster.
So we're technically, if we're counting a 24/7 championship match, we're 5 matches in and a lot of exciting stuff has happened.
Well, technically we had 2 24/7 matches in a row. So
I'm still saying it's not a lot of exciting stuff has happened.
Jesus, how's that gonna be in a record book? Are they gonna put him down under that? It's like, I don't know. I guess I'll see in a minute. Let me see if they updated that page yet.
Right now, anyone can play for a share of $10,000 in prizes by joining DraftKings free-to-play WWE.
24/7.
Simply download the app and sign up with the promo code. Then just make your picks. And if you get enough correct.
Oh yeah, so R-Truth's a 51-time champion now.
Dude, not yeah.
For a share of $10,000.
Sorry.
And make it rain.
Yeah, they hadn't updated yet.
Whatever.
I remember a while ago, they're like, R-Truth won more championships than any WWE wrestler in history. He's like, yeah, because he won the 24/7 title a bunch of fucking times. Oh, Randy Orton's going to be on Broken Skull.
Randy Orton. Why would they do that? You're in a tough enough spot to begin with. I don't even like talking about it. That disappointment was probably the beginning of my...
Oh, Orton's going to talk about his Rocky backstage pass.
What happened there? Oof. Don't miss the Broken
You said his Rocky.
I gotta catch up with that show in general.
Stone, like, Austin doesn't hold back on questions. What was up with John
Yo, we saved on the budget, yo. We didn't have to change much on this, yo. Just a slight change in yo logos, yo.
I was thinking about like who should win the Battle Royals this year. Bayley should win the women's Battle Royal because really, she's not doing anything and she needs a big win.
Now you're You're assuming that there's gonna be a women's battle royal.
I'm assuming. I like they put Roman Reigns in the captain's quarters.
Yeah. I remember it was 69 days away.
It's only 3 weeks away.
Remember it was only 69 days away. That was nice.
Yeah,
it's sponsored by
those were
Snickers.
some good times.
Nice.
Man, it's quicker than I thought. That's gonna be God's sake. I just thought about that's gonna be murder on me writing the article for that week.
Yes, I apologize because my internet sucks.
Oh man, because I'm gonna have to write for Raw, AEW, 2 nights of NXT, SmackDown, and night 1 of Mania. Jeez, that's gonna be a long article. I don't know. Should I save all of Mania for the next week so I can cover all of Mania at once?
I'll leave it up to you, man. You're the one to write it.
I don't know.
I thought this match was on the kickoff. It's been the best match of the night so far.
I had to write my article early because I'll be with you for Mania.
Yeah.
Reckoning walked away. Then
Slapjack's like, screw this. My name's Slapjack. I hate it. It sounds like slap nuts.
Well, I'm just expecting Jeff Jarrett to come out and called Slapjack slap nuts.
And somebody gets hit with a guitar because shut up.
or the Retribution theme song is changed up so it has a country western tune to it. Jeff Jarrett's playing guitar and he's just like coming out slap nuts.
United States champions. Aw, thanks, bro. And hey, good luck in your match tonight against Seth Rollins. Hey, Shinsuke, would you want to go into business with me? I got like a million business ideas in the latest.
No, don't.
It's tricking out these
50% of wait, 75, no, 80% of all marijuana.
Boosters, but last but not least, get a sweet mane of hair, so it looks like a stallion floating by. And
It's pretty interesting, right?
You gotta love how what Vince thinks about like potheads. What pothead is.
Is it wrong though?
I mean,
I would say at least 50% wrong.
It's slightly off. It's very exaggerated though.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. Fucking Nakamura walked away, didn't he?
Please tell me he's walked. No, don't tell me Nick, but please tell me he's walked away.
Where'd you go? Probably went to get your scooter. Smart idea.
I kind of wonder if they will ever, if RVD will ever come back to WWE, in which case him and Riddle can be
Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, if he and Riddle can be some kind of tag team, but I doubt that's ever.
The High Bros. I don't know. But yeah, I like the Riddle was like, yeah, you went to go get your scooter. Good idea, man.
It's so nice to hear Rollins' original theme again.
Oh, I just freaking noticed that he hasn't been doing the Messiah entrance.
Yeah, he's become less of a religious figure and more of a motivational speaker, but a more the douchey kind of motivational speaker.
So Tony Robbins.
Exactly.
He
wants everybody to embrace his vision.
He still dresses like Craven the Hunter, though.
This will be a good match overall.
I was not a fan of them hinting that Murphy was just going to rejoin up with Rollins. Like, what the fuck was that whole storyline, the purpose of that?
I saw that, I'm like, what was the fucking point, you dumbasses?
Yeah, it's like Murphy just suddenly not with the Mysterios anymore. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, things didn't work out, yes.
Speaking of the Mysterios, the SmackDown tag scene's been really good. They built it around those 4 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think in Mania it'll be a fatal 4-way match between the 4 teams.
Yeah.
I want Gable Notice to win.
Came to the ring this past Friday night to take out Seth Rollins.
The king of strong style would flatten.
What do you guys think? Like, who's better, Heavy Machinery or Alpha Academy?
I've been enjoying Alpha Academy.
Like, you know, it's just straight up or something. Like, where the fuck is Tucker? Where the fuck?
Why are we showing that? Why the fuck are we showing that?
You know they say about opinions, Cole.
Yeah, we got Nakamura's old theme back too.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on the road to
Snickers.
At the end of the night, we gotta figure out which of these matches would be less of a point at the WrestleMania sign moment and more of point at the Snickers moment.
I'll point the Snickers sign.
Oh my god, I heard about what happened to Randy Orton when he won the Rumble. He was pointing at the sign, but nothing was happening. Pointing at the sign, nothing happening. Apparently, they didn't tell him that, like, no, we want you to do your pose and then point at the WrestleMania sign. Did that, pyro finally went off.
I think there's a lot of validity to that statement from Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins is offering his leadership, offering guidance to the entire locker room. And Nakamura is remiss for not accepting it.
Corey, perhaps
It's an I trust you, Nakamura. I always like to hear the opposite from Rollins sometimes. Like when he came back after he pedigreed, what was it, Reigns at the end of Extreme Rules that one year. He's like, I didn't read any of your letters. I heard the opposite. I'm like, I read all your letters. I didn't respect any one of you. I respected all of you for appreciating me. It's like, I heard the opposite the entire time. It's like, dude, turn a fucking face.
Up and down the roster, he could lead Friday Night SmackDown to bloom into a new glorious reality.
Oh, and a kick by Nakamura. And Nakamura into the cover now on Rollins. Hook of the leg and a kick out. Listen, Seth Rollins says that Shinsuke Nakamura should be upset at Cesaro, not coming out here to help him out. Reason being, he said that as we take another look at the...
So if Batista can't make the Hall of Fame this year, what big star would you replace him with?
Molly Holly.
They already did that.
Molly Holly still.
I would think the Undertaker, but they probably want to wait till they could have a full building for Undertaker.
Well, that and WrestleMania next year is going to be in Texas, so.
That makes sense. So, I don't know.
Have Nakamura end up like Cesaro tonight.
Who would induct him?
Undertaker?
Would it just be Vince?
Kane.
Even could be Kane.
Yeah, it should be Kane.
What about his wife?
I mean, yeah, that'd be a good top choice.
Or like his whole, just his family.
Well, they usually what they say is that the wrestler gets to choose who inducts them. That's why you've had some weird choices over the years. Like,
well, then it would be pretty much all the guys that were at his retirement ceremony at Survivor Series.
And then Kane will still be the only one showing up in full wrestling gear.
That was such a weird thing. Everyone came out, the bell gonged, and they all disappeared.
Another knee.
It's like, why did we all come out? That was not a good retirement ceremony. What I'm wondering now is after Mania, will they start having regular crowds again?
No, they said no. Mania is a one-off for right now with an actual crowd. They're going to go back to Thunderdome after.
Former Money in the Bank winner, a Royal Rumble match winner as well.
Come on, if AEW can manage to have fans in there, WWE can.
We'll see.
Well, NXT also has had already a COVID problem recently, so.
They only have like a handful of people in there.
respect Shinsuke Nakamura.
But
The man's won
no,
the
I'm
Royal
talking
Rumble.
about
He's
like
Intercontinental
their
champion, United
like
States
their
champion, a tag team champion in his
crew,
career.
like the
Let me ask you
wrestlers
this.
or something
Did
like
Seth
that.
Rollins interrupt
There was
Shinsuke
some
Nakamura?
issue with COVID
To be
going
fair,
on, so
to be
it's
fair
not
with
like
that, NXT is in the Performance Center, which is basically a warehouse, while Ross, like WWE main roster and AEW are in these big arenas. So you can spread it out more.
well, AEW's is in it like an outdoor arena, whereas these are all well. The Tampa one is outdoor, right? Didn't one of you guys say that?
Yeah, Raymond James is an open top stadium.
He's earned better. He may have earned better, Corey, but here's the problem. You can't
Oh.
go around. Many people will probably agree
Just
with this. And
give it
call
time.
People like Cesaro and Nakamura jealous of Seth Rollins. That just angers people like Cesaro, and then you end up getting caught in the swing like Rollins did. Here's the
Anyway, have you guys gotten, so not too long ago I got Shinsuke Nakamura's autobiography, King of Strong Style, and it's been an interesting read. It's kind of was weird from what I was expecting, just involving the writing format, because it's more like a long interview that's just translated.
This is a message.
But it's been some interesting insights into his amateur, like school-wise wrestling career, his stint in MMA, his time doing his time in New Japan before like what it's known as today, and all that stuff.
Ooh, sounds like a referee.
It's always been on my to read. I just have a lot of books to get through.
Yeah.
Ooh. Counter.
22 times. 22 times. Okay, I'll be right back.
And Nakamura's got a break. Here comes Shinsuke. Nakamura with a baseball slide. Taking Rollins out, and now Shinsuke Nakamura has taken over. Rollins.
Ooh.
Nakamura fighting his
Oh.
knee to the back of the neck. And now Seth Rollins has
King of Strong Style.
Nakamura.
Man, I just want Nakamura to have one world title reign before he retires in WWE.
One of the most dangerous strikers in the game.
Just one. I only need one.
The King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura.
I want a good one.
Because WWE doesn't count Antonio Inoki, there's never been an East Asian world champion in WWE.
3 weeks away from WrestleMania weekend. And now Rollins is on the top rope. Nakamura's got him where he wants him.
Well, I would like a title reign for Nakamura as well, but the last thing I want is for WWE to do some bullshit like they did with Kofi.
To be fair, the majority of Kofi's reign was good. It was just that last match that they messed up.
Yeah, but that last match is everything. Where
Shinsuke trying to muscle Rollins back to a vertical base.
Eat your food.
Rollins looking for an elbow to counter. That one paid off. And then another one. I believe Nakamura wanted the inverted exploder. Seth clearly did his homework. Ooh!
Showing up on
boot by Nakamura.
Go
Second
stop.
rope now for Shinsuke. Rollins counters. Oh my goodness! Nakamura dropped to the apron, lost his footing, and hit hard on his shoulder. Nasty landing for Shinsuke. Seth Rollins going to keep bringing it. Rollins down. Suicide.
Ooh, nice. Very nice.
Suicide dive.
There was malice behind
Suicide.
that attack for Rollins. Shinsuke now in a bad way in the center of the ring. Rollins measuring his opponent, gonna watch himself off the top rope. Springboard Nakamura.
Ooh, nice.
Shinsuke right in the temple with that one. And now Rollins with a sling blade. That could do it. Cover by Seth to put Nakamura away here at Fastlane, and Nakamura kicks out at 2.
Take another look at this. Rollins swinging Shinsuke. Shinsuke losing his footing, as you mentioned before, a crash landing, but this was what did most of the damage. Rollins with tremendous impact.
Rollins perhaps trying to figure out what he needs to do to put Nakamura away.
You take note to the left side of Seth's face. It appears that Nakamura literally left a boot print on Seth's face. That's what kind of striker we're dealing with the King of Strong Style.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Dragging Nakamura back to his feet. Rollins
See what?
center of the ring. Look at
The boot print on the side of Rollins' face.
The job hazard.
Yeah, Corey mentioned how Nakamura left the boot print on Rollins' face.
Rollins could be looking for the Falcon Arrow potentially. Shinsuke trying to sprawl out of it.
I'm trying to think who's a big enough star to replace Batista. The only people I can think of is Kane. I would have said Big Show, but he's in AEW right now.
That one did as well. See by the delay, Seth Rollins taking an extra half a second just to get his bearings about him. But right now, this thing's devolving into a hockey fight.
Look at Nakamura. And Rollins with an exit.
Nice. Very nice.
Dropping Nakamura to his knees.
Seth wants the buckle bomb. Shinsuke felt it coming.
Oh, and he caught him on the other side. And now Rollins.
That was pretty cool.
You know, why isn't William Regal in the Hall of Fame by now?
Here we go.
Yeah, they can make Regal the headliner.
I don't know. I love William Regal. I don't think they consider him big enough to be a headliner.
Dude's been with the company for like fucking ever now.
Yeah, I'm just talking about in terms of selling tickets.
So who? Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
That's my check call. I think all
I
they're
mean,
just
you guys are assuming that he has, like, Batista has to be replaced, whereas they could just leave him off.
The thing
Why
is
do they
that
need to replace him?
because they always have a big headliner, and right now they don't have one without Batista.
They could have someone, and it's like who was he supposed to be this year's or last year's Hall of Fame?
He was supposed to be last year's.
Yeah.
They're inducting both classes together this year.
So someone that they induct this year could make up for that. I'm just thinking like.
I'm trying to think who though, because right now we got JBL, the British Bulldog, Jushin Thunder Liger, the original 4 NWO members, the Bella Twins, Molly Holly, and Eric Bischoff.
2 world-traveled, world-class elite competitors.
And more to come, sure, for 2021 class.
Yeah.
To earn the win tonight on the road to WrestleMania.
Oh no, Seth Rollins in the corners. Got
Ooh. Oh, got him. Got him. Ooh, nice. Ooh, that was a cool cover.
I am glad Molly Holly's going in because I think she should have gone in like before people like the Bella Twins.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, that's right. Oh, I actually forgot about that.
But the Bella Twins, I mentioned their name.
We're getting inducted. Yeah, we're getting inducted last year. I kind of blanked them out of my mind. I don't think it's not that I don't think they deserve it, but it's like there's a lot of other women's competitors I think deserved it a bit sooner.
There's a whole list of people should go in before.
Yeah, just in the women's division alone.
And Rollins.
Oh, I got okay. That was clever. That was a clever maneuver. I like that.
That was spectacular. Rollins stopped his own momentum by hooking his foot on Shinsuke's knee.
I think it's kind of weird Lilani Kai is in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if there's still hurt feelings or not. Because she was like, you guys ever heard of the original screw job? That was actually done to Wendy Richter.
Yeah, the Spider Lady.
No, that was Wendy Richter. She's in the Hall of Fame.
She is?
I think so. Yeah, she got in the Hall of Fame in 2010. So yeah, why is Lilani Kai in the Hall of Fame? She was a big part of that era.
I don't know. Honestly, best match of the night so far, in my opinion.
That was a good match.
Yeah.
Now someone point at the sign.
Someone point at the sign.
I think I'm going to legit do that. Because we tested out how the SRB TV angle would be in this new room. And we have enough room in the back where we can probably put a WrestleMania sign. So every time it happens, we'll just behind us point to a WrestleMania sign.
Yeah, another person who should be in the Hall of Fame for the women's side is Rocket Robin. She held the belt for 502 days. And she was actually the last champion for a while because they deactivated it in 1990, didn't bring it back to 1993.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lilani Kai and Rocket Robin should be going in before anybody from the 90s gets inducted or 2000s.
The way we live. Right now, COVID-19 vaccines are available to millions of Americans.
Soon they will be available to everyone.
Let's get back to our
Yeah, in June? Or is it May? Did Biden say May? I think Biden said at the beginning of May it would be available to everybody.
We can do this.
The vaccination.
Everything is
they're getting it out there.
Taken care of.
My mom didn't help my mindset because I was telling her how me and my brother got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and according to him, she was talking to him. Apparently, we got the weakest of the vaccines. I'm like, oh, thanks, Chris. I'm a hypochondriac enough as it is. That didn't help.
What's going on here?
It's a nightmare. Oh, Rhea.
Oh, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea finally shows up?
I figured.
Finally.
I think WrestleMania is going to be Charlotte, Asuka, and Rhea.
Or they'll just do a Mania 36 rematch. Cool. Could be a good night on Raw then.
This is my brutality.
I can see him. No, I can see him doing Rhea Asuka. Rhea wins at Mania, and then them reigniting the feud between her and Charlotte.
I don't know. Shouldn't she beat Charlotte at Mania, considering she lost to her at Mania last year?
Look. We're talking about WWE, where they wait till the next month to do it proper. Sometimes.
All right, we got McIntyre, Sheamus.
No holds barred, man. Yeah, I see McIntyre taking this one.
How do you pronounce that?
McIntyre? McIntyre.
Where he's from?
Air Scotland.
Air Scotland.
Air. It's pronounced like the word air.
Air Scotland. Sorry,
I just like your. How do you pronounce it?
No, McIntyre. It's like what's this? He knows it.
Dude, you gotta know I'm still behind. So like, I'm like Drew McIntyre. Why do you pronounce it differently? Like McIntyre or something? Like you're pronouncing McDonald's?
Oh, I like how they're showing like their careers, like their parallel careers.
Jesus Christ, the beard helped. Because about the beard, he kind of vaguely looks like an Irish Daniel Bryan.
Oh man, that line when Sheamus had the mohawk.
The mohawk worked. I think the mohawk worked.
He looks better with his current style.
You can build a bond that weren't initially forged by combat.
Look, honestly, I like that Lashley's champion. I feel like this feud was good enough to be for Mania.
Yeah, but you know WWE, you gotta get what you want.
I still think that
I think for a fact they were surprised by this. They were generally surprised by this. I'm like, what did you fucking expect?
See, I was the one who taught him everything he knows. I'm the one who turned him into the warrior that he is today. But did Drew ever thank me for the part I played in his success? Of course not. So now, he's gonna pay for that. That's how Sheamus really feels.
I think McIntyre's been a great main event guy this past whole year. over a year now. I saw some people saying, "Oh, they didn't like McIntyre's WWE champion." I thought he was great.
Why McIntyre's WWE champion?
And he carried the company during a weird time.
Yeah.
You can watch best friend you held in the utmost respect betray you. Or you can watch the best friend that you built from the ground up forget all about you. Either way you look at it. The last 20 years.
This feels like a Mania build-up.
I know, doesn't it? And it's on Fastlane.
Look, they need a reason for Fastlane to pretty much have something going on.
Swoosh.
You also notice how, like, really one of their, like, the biggest matches didn't happen first.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna stick the sword in right this time.
Gotta stick it in just right.
Oh, I stuck it in sideways again. He pushes it a little to the side sometimes. Oh, he's wearing war paint. I just noticed that.
Yeah, they just brought that up.
At first, I thought it was the lighting for a little bit. I'm just
I
like,
thought so too. I'm like, this is nice lighting. Oh wait, that's his face.
Tried to go Braveheart all over Sheamus's ass.
Probably end a bit more tamer than the end of Braveheart though.
See, he's even coming. He's even coming out like special attire, like Mania.
That is easier said than done, as we just saw 20 years of history between these two men.
That's why I don't keep many close confidants, because it
should be a good match.
Oh, Joe did a Highlander thing.
Highlander.
That was not a coincidence. Samoa Joe just said they're gonna be only one, which is about friggin' Scotland.
well, if they're truly gonna do a Highlander thing, McIntyre has to win, and then he gets a second Claymore from underneath the ring, and looks like he's about to decapitate Sheamus. But right before the blade actually comes near Sheamus's head, it fades. It doesn't fade. It cuts to whatever sponsorship they're gonna have. Maybe another Old Spice commercial.
Maybe another Old Spice commercial. Yeah, you were correct earlier, Chris, when you said Sheamus has been on like probably the best run of his career. Like maybe not in terms of winning championships, but in terms of the work he's putting in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I still have my Sheamus Celtic Cross necklace.
Nice.
I got that at, I'm trying to remember if I got that at an NXT event or a WWE event. I bought it at a stand.
Making his way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, Sheamus!
Yeah, same necklace he's got. It's a little different though. That one's more updated. I use it. I used to use it all the time in my Renaissance costume because it fit really well.
I suggest you pop it in because you're about to feel this matchup between right through the screen.
I was kind of hoping
Ding, 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 Glasgow Kids.
I was kind of hoping Sheamus would wear war paint too. They do that a lot in these kind of feuds. Like, did you ever think about me? Did you ever thank me? It's like, yes, they did. Like, what are you talking about?
You did quite a few times.
Nick, I think you're glossing over one major thing. I think we just witnessed a thigh slap.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, somebody's got to explain to me. What does Vince hate about thigh slap?
Because it's now too obvious because everyone knows the trick now, and it kind of messes with kayfabe a bit. Because
I thought
before,
it was because everyone was doing it.
well, that too, but also because the trick's known.
There's
That
a
was the
lot
main
of
thing.
other things that are known that he has.
Yeah, but it's one that
had
people.
issues.
But yeah, it's also because people did it a lot and it made it more obvious.
Let's just hope the Thunderdome can contain him.
Look, I agree to the point people were doing it too much and it's become too well known. And you don't
I never
really
really noticed.
Somebody pointed out though when you look when Sami Zayn kicked Owens in the head, he was so concerned about not doing the knee slap, he accidentally kicked Kevin Owens right in the freaking ear.
Yo.
270-pound Sheamus in the process. Drew McIntyre said he's going to bring a level of physicality we've never seen before. Oh, to the chest. So far, he has backed up those
Is the
claims
table
in the early
going?
stages of this match.
Something gonna happen to this table?
Well, after this we got whatever's gonna happen with the Fiend and Orton, and then we have Brian's Reigns.
Alexa Bliss and Orton.
Yes, because Randy Orton's about to punch kick Alexa Bliss's head off. Maybe, possibly.
But if he punk kicked Alexa Bliss's head, the rest of her body will go flying into the stands.
No, her head will be flying into the stand.
No, the body will go with it. Cause it's not.
Okay, I know they say kendo sticks, but I heard Nintendo sticks.
Is your hearing okay, Kristen?
I don't know.
Like, I'm actually partially deaf in this ear, and I'm not hearing this.
I heard Nintendo sticks.
Well, in solidarity with you, Christian, let's just say that I heard Pocky sticks.
To be fair, they do kind of look like hockey sticks.
Do they?
Yes.
Do they really?
Yes.
Right to the steel steps.
Vanilla.
Ooh.
Vanilla Pocky.
So look at the carnage here ringside already.
I mean, it's just devastation everywhere you look, Tom.
Oof. Mm.
This is what it takes, Byron, to clear your own road to WrestleMania for Drew McIntyre, to get closer to the almighty WWE Champion.
I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure he's fine.
Oh no, he's dead.
I just want to do that once. When it looks like it was safe but extremely brutal, I just want to go, he's fine. Just go, he's fine. But they're putting him into an ambulance. He's fine. But they're tipping the ambulance over. He's fine. But he's about to hit him with a truck.
Well, at least it's not as bad as them putting Shaq in ambulances and having him walk out of it in front of fans and break kayfabe.
That was weird. It was so fucking weird.
Like, dude, drive him backstage and then have him get out.
See, if that happened and I was in the audience, I would have done, see you? He's fine.
They're like, he was in the ambulance and then he disappeared. Like, I saw him get out.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Do that next time, Nick. We're going to live event. Looks really brutal. Just go. He's fine.
Is it me or are they slowly kind of hinting that Cody might be turning heel? Because he's acting
I don't know. It feels like it's been slowly hinting since Dynamite started.
Well, also, we'll know when his hair is dyed black again.
Well, QT Marshall doesn't give a fuck anymore.
I don't blame him. The Nightmare Family's Island of Relevancy seems to be like weird.
It's not very high up there.
Yeah.
Like, it started though when Lee Johnson was thanking everyone except for him while he was standing in the ring, and he went.
And I can't think of anybody else. Okay, guys, later. QT Marshall, what am I, chopped liver?
They're like when he took his time coming out to help Cody after he got jumped by Penta. He's like, "Where you been?" He's like, "Oh, Cody, are you okay?" I was like,
everybody looks at him and goes, "Dude, where the fuck were you?"
Give us a kiss, Sheamus. Another one. The Glasgow kiss headbutt. Oh, and a big bump by McIntyre. And nobody will ever question the toughness of Drew McIntyre or Sheamus. We've seen that on display in this environment. McIntyre sizing up the Celtic Warrior.
I think if he could, this is a stupid thought. I think if he could, he would strap a piece of the metal piece of the sledgehammer to his foot, so then he flies into somebody, he literally knocks him the fuck out.
You're right, Kristen. That was stupid.
I'm glad you understood.
Woo!
McIntyre looks like he's out there chopping lumber.
Laying on the floor, Sheamus using the kendo stick.
Oh man, McIntyre's back.
Yeah, McIntyre is back. Oh, you're talking about his actual. No, don't do that. We tried that already. It didn't work out.
One benefit of Sheamus being a ghost is that when you're in these kind of matches, you can see every mark of weapon has hit him.
Anything you want to do, batter up.
Oh god, it still makes my back tingle when I see that.
And Sheamus beginning to bear his own marks and scars on his back.
Oh my god, look at the body of Sheamus.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not as wide as Sheamus, but I understand that Irish curse.
Yeah, you just get one whack on your arm and it looks like you were in the sun for like too long.
That's why I can't really be out in the sun too long. I have to constantly put, one reason I hate going to the beach is I burn really fast.
You literally have to dip your entire body in sunscreen, is what you're saying.
I just have to reapply a lot.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way once. Ooh. Okay, sweetie.
Keep an eye on Sheamus.
Oh god. Remember what they did a couple weeks on Raw?
They knocked each other out. That made it sound like, yeah, you knock each other out. Yeah.
Hello.
Bo, you're gonna get your wish. The table's gonna go bye-bye.
Oh man.
Don't touch it. It's sensitive.
Right, you look in the eyes of Sheamus.
No, this is a pay-per-view table.
I love that.
Main
How's the
roster.
face paint working out for you now? This is actually a concealer I had to put on. I tried to take off before the match started. Just to open my pores.
Oh. Future Shock DDT. Oh, no.
McIntyre trying to maneuver. Oh, wait a minute. Change of plan.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Sheamus sent into the barricade of the timekeepers area.
One fight out in the virtual crowd.
Right now, but McIntyre is stalking.
I wish I had the ability to tell like 6 people in the Thunderdome to act like surprised if their screen gets hit into by a wrestler.
Well, I feel like they've had to learn.
That's not how the Thunderdome works.
I feel like
It should, goddammit.
Well, a lot of the audience is probably on a little delay because they've had to learn their lesson the hard way. Because some assholes had to ruin it for everyone.
Jesus Christ, you could fit a whole nother ring behind some of the screens in the Thunderdome.
There is a whole nother ring back there.
Well, I mean, no, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you can fit a whole. Oh, yeah, they're actually only using half the stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, if this was Amway, part of this would probably be mostly filled up.
I thought. I'll say what I thought in a second. I might be a little ahead.
Oh no, not on that chair or stool.
You ever sit on a stool wrong? It hurts. Imagine getting hit landing on one.
I never even busted my ass last night falling on this chair I'm sitting in.
Look at the lacerations all over the back of Sheamus.
Take you out once this match started.
McIntyre's gasping for air.
I mean, McIntyre doing his best to struggle through, but you could definitely see he's struggling.
And Byron, this is a small sample of how bitter Sheamus has
Uh-oh.
become. Believed he was going to just
They're going to a not safe place.
Going to that place. Not the Randy Orton one, but he's definitely going to that place.
The thing is, this is no holds barred. It's not false count anywhere, so somebody's got to be in the ring.
These two men are brawling, and inside Thunderdome.
I mean, Sheamus is dropping these cinder block type shots on Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, you can see these scaffoldings, these platforms that are supporting all these screens here throughout WWE Thunderdome, so the WWE Universe can join us from this immersive viewing experience.
It's about to get much more up close and personal, Tom.
Oh, the wheels got to be turning for Sheamus right now. I shudder to think what else he has in store for Drew McIntyre. Whoa.
Pulverizing his opponent.
Pulverizing his opponent. Look at these shots right to the face.
Woo!
Oh boy, oh boy.
But it would be fun if they just play like Scooby-Doo thing in the screens with the camera panned away. Just like heads popping up and down, like he's over here now. No, now he's over here now. Now he's over here now. Now there's just randomly a shot Scooby-Doo in the crowd. What?
I feel like, so you suggesting that, I feel like is what's going to happen during the Alexa Bliss fight.
In a major way, Tom, and you got to believe that's the goal of Sheamus. Sheamus wants to absolutely obliterate the path of Drew McIntyre to WrestleMania.
Well, if that's the case, he may well be on the way.
You excited? That's what you want. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go.
Clubbing.
Whoa!
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about yet.
Sheamus.
Oh, never mind.
Now one. Oh my God.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Oh!
Now
And
point at the
Sheamus.
sign.
Oh no! Wait! Nick, look at me. Nick, look at me. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
I think McIntyre just killed Sheamus.
This is the kind of brutality I feared seeing between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, this is even Rhea Ripley levels of brutality. Yeah, but he's fine. He's fine.
He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
I think I like that more than me saying he dead. No, I like he's fine.
You'll find absolutely no remorse from Drew McIntyre.
If he's truly fine, McIntyre would point at the sign.
Let me hear you.
Yeah, he points at the trigger the pyro so it hits Sheamus.
Well, a few fans now just got their faces knocked out of the Thunderdome.
Oh, it's funny if they.
Oh, I like how he did that. He just did like a.
Oh yeah, baby.
It's been a great match.
McIntyre added a little browbeating to the.
Come on, fella.
Oh, well, that's a way to get him back to the ring.
Yeah, it is. You want to be a bar? Here's a bar. Pulls out lead pipe.
Oh man, Sheamus' back looks bad.
Yeah.
Looks like it's black.
That's a lot of mass, huh? That's a pretty smart idea by McIntyre.
Ooh!
Oh, but look at this.
Ooh, that hit both
Damn
of them.
I hate for the fact you're slightly ahead of me.
The punishment these men are willing to put themselves through.
That was brought to you by Night Panther.
Night Panther.
The legend's true.
Smell ready for anything.
But at this point, I don't think Sheamus or Drew McIntyre care.
I just remember the most abrupt advertisement I've ever seen for a WWE event was the takeover that was brought to you by Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, hold on, wait, what? Kingdom Hearts 3.
Were they saying stuff like this?
I'm trying to delay my reactions a little bit, Chris, because I want.
I know, and I can't exactly refresh it because then I'd be way ahead of everybody.
I think Mo's a little ahead of me.
Watch this one more time.
It's a mixture of both.
We're in a race here. Mo's in first, I'm in second, Chris is last.
I want to hear it. Peacock can go fuck itself.
I'm actually in first and probably in last.
Sheamus back up to his feet, but Joe, look at
Oh yeah, because you're using both the network and Peacock.
Why are you doing that anyway, Mo?
I think he was trying to be like just in case one wasn't working.
Well, clearly one's ahead of the other, so you should close the other.
I think it's interesting. And when am I gonna be able to do this? This is gonna be like the
last time,
and
yeah.
only time that I can.
But
do
it's
this.
the same event. The exact same event.
You know, there's just like maybe
Christian, I don't judge people on their hobbies.
5 or 6 minute difference.
Or how much their electric bill is gonna be. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Probably not much. I got my computer and my TV on at the same time.
Well, I have these on my laptop, and I'm watching them both in 2 browsers, side by side.
You see that? That's my sign. I own that sign.
You're about to hear what Sheamus said. Like this. Oh no! Oh no!
Do it! Do it! Do it!
Oh! There you go, Mo. Your table's destroyed.
Hey, Nick. Nick, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
I mean, I think McIntyre got the better end of that deal. Sheamus gets thrown through some screens.
Some exploding screens? Yeah.
Yeah, exploding screens. McIntyre just gets gingerly placed on a table.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, remember how, was it Ambrose lost that one match against Wyatt? Freaking screen sparks in his face.
Oh, yeah, that red camera.
Dude, what the fuck was that?
Honestly, was that any worse than what happened that barbed wire exploding match?
Hologram in the Hell in a Cell cage.
Wait,
That actually was
what
kind of
about
cool
the
how they did
worms?
that.
What about WrestleMania and the Worms and Randy Orton?
At least the hologram was kind of cool. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how they did that.
Sheamus trying to drag the lifeless body of Drew McIntyre.
This is awesome.
Can't wait till this is actual crowd. Can't wait till this is actual crowd.
That's the biggest thing missing. I feel not having a real crowd is you don't really know what WWE's been doing the past year is working or not because the crowd can't react to it. They can control the reactions.
Gladiators here at Fastlane. And Sheamus has now gotten McIntyre back inside the ring, but is looking to do more damage.
Fire, are you using that chair? Let me use that chair. Oh, okay, never mind. Dude, I remember that too. When was it Braun Roman were having a match, and I think it was Braun just chucked the fucking chair right in Roman's face.
Yeah, that was
one of the
great.
chairs.
He chucked it at the whole chair right in his face.
Dude, perfect shot. Knocked him right on his ass.
Well, also Sheamus is saying, and it's like wanting to be in the main event. Look, I know a lot of suggestions I'm making is I don't want WrestleMania to have too many triple threat matches, but some of them kind of need it.
You have at least one triple multi-man match for a title.
Yeah, but I already want the Universal title to be a triple threat.
Ooh, was that between his legs? Ooh.
Claymore!
1, 2. Other good match of the night.
Yay.
The other good match of the night.
I think that was my favorite match.
Sheamus gives any respect to Drew and no one for a while.
I think that was my favorite match of the night so far.
Yeah, that was really good. Last 2 matches have actually been pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of people out there don't give, especially Sheamus, enough credit.
That's why I said he's had one of his better runs in WWE recently.
Yeah,
I just can't wait for Keith to finally fucking return.
Yeah, did they ever reveal like what's wrong with him?
And nobody knows. It was originally injuries, what they said, and now people are more speculation about it than anything. I think it boils down to like with Alistair. They don't have anything for him right now.
I'm sure the whole Zelina Vega thing didn't help things with Alistair.
But see, it's like I said, Nick. They're fine.
I thought Drew McIntyre was just about done for at this moment.
We'll wrap up this match. I'll take you for a while.
Oh, and the NWA had their return pay-per-view today.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
It was kind of a randomly thrown together card. I just didn't have the extra money for it, or the time, really.
Well, doesn't it kind of make sense since most of their people are probably all like?
Yeah, they've lost a lot.
promotions?
Yeah, they lost a lot of their roster to Impact, WWE, and AEW.
Is McIntyre's right eye okay?
That's just paint. Don't worry about it.
No, seriously, his right eye.
No, it's just paint.
No, the redness in his eye?
It's just paint. Don't worry about it.
No, seriously, the red. You see it too, Nick, in his right eye? McIntyre's right eye?
I tried. No, I don't really see it. It's probably just like a light thing.
No, it's not a light thing. It seriously looks like his right eye looks a little messed up.
He might have got some paint in his eye. I don't know.
See? 2-1. Paint.
Okay, fine. I'm not, like...
It could be... Oh, no.
Wait, is he gonna point at Pyro?
His back
No,
hurts
his
too
back
much.
hurts.
He said, "No, I'm gonna do it anyways."
It's fine. That was a hard-fought battle. He can just look at it. We know in our hearts he's looking at the sign.
That was a war. Man, I've always thought WWE has like a bulk order on their monitors because they destroy them all the time.
I mean, oh, you mean for at the
on the tables? Yeah.
Well, it looks like they're using iPads and stuff like that.
Here we go.
Coming up next, it's a match in which many believe there's no idea quite what to expect.
This has been very interesting because, yeah, I'm literally watching Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton have a feud, and I never thought I'd say that.
I burned the Fiend.
See, like with the right camera angle, it doesn't really look like a dummy that much.
I mean, I'm aware of that. It's just funny that they, I don't know, like, could have done something instead of like some switcheroo or even.
Well, I have to give it to them. They're taking advantage of the fact there's no live people there, so they're doing a lot of camera special effects tricks that they won't be able to get away with once they have real people again.
Well, yeah, if this was happening in front of a crowd, it's like there would be at least 5 to 10 different angles from home videos of people watching, like, the Fiend crawl under the ring and get replaced with a dummy.
Yeah. So Alexa Bliss hitting a Hadoken on Randy Orton to the face.
Alexa Bliss was actually tormented.
I think Alexa Bliss has been doing a good job with this character. It's a horror version of Harley Quinn.
Dust to dust. He will be
She Papa Shango'd him. Don't mess with the voodoo lady.
Randy. There's something you should know. Bring it back.
Randy.
I believe they use the same voice work in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Soon, you will come face to face with everything that you have ever done.
So, would you rather see the Fiend and Orton have a wrestling match, or like a Firefly Funhouse style match?
At this point, there's no. You shouldn't expect a regular wrestling match between these two. It should just be some.
I was just thinking, because there's going to be an actual crowd this year.
Look, the last time I saw, like, going back to that WrestleMania here, that's pretty much what I think of when it comes to a wrestling match between these two. So, I mean, can you think of a time where these two have had just a regular wrestling match that was...
Come on, Angel, come on.
Like, I don't know, I feel like it's been years.
Oh, Kristen, I was asking Mo, for the Fiend Orton match of Mania, would you rather be in the ring or like a Firefly Funhouse style match?
Firefly style match, like the one from Casino last year. Better way to introduce whatever the new mask gimmick is for the Fiend as well.
We'll probably see it tonight. I don't know, man. I thought he showed up in the Rumble. I thought he'd show up at the Elimination Chamber, and he hasn't shown up yet.
They're saving him for Mania.
But you got to believe it. As much as Randy Orton wants to settle this, there's got to be some nerves. There's got to be a million questions because there's no way that Randy Orton truly knows what he's walking into when you talk about dealing with Alexa Bliss. And Joe, to your point, things happen around Alexa Bliss, and they happen because of her that are completely unexplainable. So this is not a conventional match. This doesn't make any sense to the conventional human being. So what is Randy Orton supposed to do here against Alexa Bliss tonight? I mean that remains to be seen.
Punch her.
You know, I could try to poke holes in this, like, why would WWE sanction this match? But I don't think I really think that hard about it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll do the hard work for you. Alexa Bliss has been creeping out people backstage as well, so they're just like, Randy, can you just do something about her? Like, we'll film it, we'll show it, so she can stop being so creepy around all of us. Can you save us, Randy? Save us. And then he starts spitting up black ichor, and they're just like, ah, hell, we're screwed.
Oh no, he's getting a case of the sick. I'm sure he's fine. It's just probably something in catering. That Alexa's poison.
Stupid.
And now Alexis dresses the ref. But he looks away, it's the same ref again.
That's assuming Joe Randy Orton can recover.
Did you see Alexa on the Thunderdome screen? It's like she's sitting at home.
Once before, because of Alexa, we saw the same thing happen to
Then she goes, silly Randy. You know this company doesn't allow singles matches like that. Silly Randy.
And this is right when Randy Orton was making his big entrance.
God, I wonder how long it takes to get that out of your teeth.
Probably not.
That's what it's made out of.
Your teeth? Human teeth? Do we have human teeth?
No, the stuff that's in his teeth.
Okay. Sorry, I was wondering because you're like, it's made out of that. Human teeth?
You're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end. Like her graphic on there is like something like from Barney or something.
I'm not really feeling her transformation theme.
I think it's all great.
Well, I mean, I prefer the Fiends. I prefer Bray Wyatt's over this one.
Wait, what? Excuse me.
Bless you. Oh no, Nick has black goo coming out of his face. He's unaffected. No.
But yeah, Bray was really smart. It's like, how do I make a creepy horror character? It's like, well, children's shows can be creepy sometimes. Let's just go with that.
Oh no, she's turned into a 70s strip club lady.
Well, it's not as bad as the old really red lighting. But,
woo! Match is underway. Orton versus Bliss. Whoa!
Oh, what the fuck?
I know, right? I couldn't help react to that.
Ring is on fire.
Oh, stupid Orton.
Oh, and Orton into the post.
Turned right into that. Oh, it's like, oh no, are you okay?
Ooh.
Bliss is gonna kill you.
Lexi's gonna kill you. I like she did the Little Rascals thing.
Stalking
Little Rascals. What?
Yeah, that's from Little Rascals.
Oh.
What she's looking at. Oh no. Whoa! Oh, sorry, Chris, I'm trying, but they're doing some cool stuff here.
Oh shit.
You saw that, right?
Yes, I saw that.
Oh man. You trying to kill me? He's like, yeah, that's kind of the point.
Trying to kill me?
So close. It's close.
Alexa was doing great.
Come on, Randy.
Trying to lure Randy Orton back inside the ring.
Commentary's weird on this. It sounds less like a match, more like a National Geographic documentary.
Oh, they don't know how to react. The pink lighting's nowhere near as bad as the old, really red lighting they used to do. Especially when they try to put that red lighting on the red Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doken.
Oh, again, fireball.
I'm not so excited she gets about it.
I don't think Alexa got all of that.
Or just blocked the Hadoken.
No, he did.
That was actually a cool trick. Phew. Oh.
Oh shit.
Seems like it's reminiscent.
Dude, what the fuck?
He's alive! He's alive!
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh, it's a Fiend!
Dude.
He's alive!
Dude.
He's back!
Now he's looking more like Leatherface.
Yeah, get him! Get him!
Oh my God, Bliss feeding Orton into the Sister Abigail.
That was great.
I mean, wasn't that technically a disqualification?
What kind of match did you think this was?
I don't know. They didn't tell me.
I think the referee just counted because he was afraid not to. God, look at him.
I loved it. Loved it. Yeah. Sorry.
I mean,
passive.
it'd be funny if the referee refused to count and Alexa just threw a fireball at his face.
Dude, I love the design they went with his eyes and like the charred mask.
Uh-huh.
The rest of the outfit needs work, but I like where it's going.
Yeah, and they made like his hands like they're burnt too.
I kind of wonder if he's going to show up as regular Bray, or if it's just gonna be he's gonna be this soulless, voiceless.
Okay, since it's the final match about to start, I'm gonna refresh the stream on my end because I'm tired of being like 5 seconds behind. It feels like 5. So I will.
Well, I'll try skipping like a couple seconds ahead.
Alright. Well, I'll be right back then.
Instead of refreshing all day, can you just like fast forward a little bit?
No, because you have to be very specific on where I click. Because next thing I'm either 5 seconds ahead of you or 20 seconds ahead of you. I'm not good at doing that.
I actually missed 316 day to make. I missed a post for that. It's the 25th anniversary. And one of the biggest tragedies I think in wrestling is that Austin's career got cut short because of that neck injury with Owen Hart.
Okay, so if the next match is going to be if the next match is going to be and they're going to show a promo, we'll do what we did before. I'm going to pause as soon as it shows the Elimination Chamber spot. Beginning of the Elimination Chamber. Which shows the Brian.
And then when I get there, I'll say go. Because I can't pause it.
That should be a good match.
Tampa Zone? Ooh, Titus O'Neil. They should do more ties in the freaking ring. He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, Bianca's winning that.
Yeah, how far ahead
Sorry,
are you?
they're showing the card so far for Mania.
Man, you're actually pretty far ahead of me now.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm gonna.
When did you say you wanted to pause it at, Kristen?
When remember the promo they show for Brian Reigns, just like before when they show the chamber.
All right, when it gets to that, I'll say go.
Okay.
Yeah, just like they're just now showing Sasha Bianca.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Roman Reigns is represented by special counsel Paul Heyman, who is the co-host of Talking Smack on the WWE Network and Peacock on Saturday mornings with Caleb Braxton. Well,
Oh yeah, Kofi Kingston has now tied Edge for most tag team titles in WWE history.
Daniel Bryan is a hope. He's a prayer.
I was going to pause as soon as Talking Smack segment started, but I missed the cue.
Is where prayers go to die. All Daniel Bryan's gonna catch is an ass whipping.
Did you already pause?
No, not yet. I said I missed it. I missed the pause.
One beating tomorrow night. WrestleMania is
Well, tell me when you do it.
Roman Reigns the same way Roman Reigns is the sun around which the entire WWE universe shall orbit.
Well, we are going to determine right now who will defend
Okay.
the Universal Championship versus Edge.
Where'd you do it?
At WrestleMania.
Not yet. I didn't do it yet. It's the same. It's about
Yeah,
to
the
start.
talking smack segment's happening.
Reigns and Daniel Bryan, where Bryan finally gets a legitimate opportunity at the Universal Championship.
Okay. Let me know when. Let me know as soon as it shows the chamber.
Okay.
WrestleMania is built on Roman Reigns. The same way Roman Reigns is the son of Rumble's entire WWE show. Championship just Edge at WrestleMania. We know Edge will be inside the special match between Reigns and Daniel Bryan. It's a legitimate opportunity at the Universal Championship.
Now, go.
After winning the Elimination Chamber,
Bryan fought for over 30 minutes. He just
All right, I think we're about synced up as we're gonna get.
Yeah.
We're gonna have our championship match right now.
and then fighting as valiantly as I could against Roman Reigns.
Oh my God! Look at the yes lock. Bryan's gonna do it. This is just a formality at this point.
Edge rolled into the ring, and he speared and pointed at the WrestleMania sign. Never in my life have I felt like such a failure.
They've got this dream match. Edge versus Roman Reigns. They've got that idea for their main event of WrestleMania.
The only person who doesn't want to see it is me. You and me for the Universal Championship at Fastlane.
You don't deserve it. You really want me to hurt you again?
Brian, you don't deserve it. I want a fucking chamber.
You know, fun fact, this is the second time Reigns and Bryan have main evented Fastlane.
Yeah, I know. They main evented the first one. Yeah, don't remind me. That was another year where they screwed Bryan over.
Well, that was at 31, before 31, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was before 31.
So you're saying that we should expect history to repeat itself?
I'm hoping WWE has learned at least something.
What?
Daniel Bryan goes into business for himself, and you get sucked right in.
I would have thought, as the ultimate opportunist, you would have respected me going into business for myself.
I have mutual respect for you. I like you. I just don't like how you did this.
I don't like how you did this. Like, he didn't do anything wrong.
Well, you know what? He doesn't like how he did it.
So this isn't about you. For me, if I want a main event WrestleMania, I have to go to Fastlane. I have to face Roman Reigns, and I have to win the Universal Championship because I know what I can be. And what I can be is the absolute best.
The impossible dream has become reality.
Nobody knows more about how life-changing it is to be in the main event of WrestleMania. Nobody knows it.
You know, aside from the stupid decision that Brock Lesnar in the streak, WrestleMania 30 was great.
Yeah, a lot of people regard 30 as one of the best WrestleManias of all time. Because it was actually a lot of really good some good matches, but a lot of feel-good moments of it as well.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated ended up going with WrestleMania 31 as the best event of the decade.
I mean, that's debatable. 31 was still good. I mean, the main event was kind of like, it was what it was.
The main event was good because Seth Rollins cashed in.
But then you still got Triple H winning over Sting, Undertaker having a match in the daytime. We still have one of the best RKOs out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Still my personal favorite. I know a lot of people prefer the Evan Bourne one, but I think that one was just a highlight, the Seth Rollins one. Because that still took timing.
Roman Reigns versus
You do it, Brian. Screw the haters. Screw their plan.
I wouldn't mind seeing Edge Brian, but it's WWE.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with a triple threat. I think Edge is going to screw over Brian.
We'll see.
But honestly, I'd rather see that because I think Edge has always been better as a heel.
The special ringside enforcer for this match, winner of the 2021 Men's Royal Rumble match, the Rated R Superstar.
Oh, they're back to call him Rated R Superstar? They dropped that.
Oh, they've been doing that for a while.
I guess I
It just doesn't have that same gravitas that the other announcer does it.
The Rated R Superstar. The Rated PG Superstar.
I'm sure a lot of kids are going to be asking their parents, why is he rated R? And then they have to explain first
Well,
the
one time,
MPAA rating system.
One time he had
what that
he got
entails.
naked on television under the covers with Lita. Which apparently Lita claimed they forced her to do. But I don't know.
I heard about the on Macho Man. They talked about the story about how Prime Time messed up saying euros instead of pounds when they were in London. And apparently, according to JTG, they were told they had to say euros instead, even though it was pounds. Otherwise, they get heat backstage. Which I thought, that's stupid. And even JTG, even in the biography from the book, says, dude, I rather would have had to ask for forgiveness afterwards.
Speaking of primetime, I think Chad Gaspard should be the Warrior Award.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Some
I know
people say
people
like,
want. Go
some
on.
people say some people want to put Crime Time in the Hall of Fame. I don't think they had a Hall of Fame career. I'm sorry, they didn't really do much. They never won a title. They weren't around really that long.
Yeah, like I know there's people who want like Luke Harper, but I'm like, I mean, a lot of his like praise comes from outside the ring. Like he's still a talent, but a lot of his praise in WWE.
I always thought Luke Harper would make more sense to induct him as part of the Wyatt family. Which I don't know.
But
that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, that really shouldn't happen anytime soon.
I mean, you can still do an individual for Luke Harper and I guess induct him later on as part of the Wyatt family.
I hope this match is kind of like the Survivor Series match Brian had with Lesnar.
You mean where he gets his ass kicked for half the match?
But it was still a really good match. One of the better Lesnar matches in recent memory.
This is gonna be like old SmackDown games where the special referee was a match stipulation, and Edge will just on occasionally, you know, throw stuff in the ring, taunting people to use it, maybe smack a couple of them around, and just be like, don't touch me or I'll disqualify you, and then do slow counts.
Well, what I always had to do when I was doing general manager mode, and I didn't feel like actually playing the match itself, but I wanted the match to go a certain way for story purposes. I just made myself somebody special guest referee and made the match happen the way I wanted.
I mean, you sound exactly like my little brother. He had notebooks written down so that he could plan out his matches, and I couldn't. Like me and my other brother, we couldn't play when he was playing because he had his show to do. And this was like when there either wasn't a GM mode or there wasn't a create a show or create a pay-per-view mode in the SmackDown games just yet.
Because the one of the storylines I made in general manager mode that I always remember, because at the time I was wanting Gregory Helms to get a real push. So I booked the storyline, a feud between Shawn Michaels and Gregory Helms for the World Heavyweight title. And it culminated in a ladder match where Gregory Helms won.
Yeah.
So definitely fantasy booking.
That's kind of the point, isn't it?
No, you gotta recreate it the way it is in the real world.
Five-time world champion. Daniel Bryan, a five-time world champion.
5-time world champion. To be fair, one ended immediately after he won it, one ended a day later. So he only really had 3 real reigns.
Will be the Universal Champion to face Edge in the main event in 3 weeks at WrestleMania.
The Universal title is literally the only main roster belt that Daniel Bryan's never won.
Mm-hmm. The Blue Universal.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Aberdeen, Washington. Weighing in
He
at
technically pointed at the sign.
I don't think the pointing. Yeah. Sure, Minnie. Oh.
And his opponent, accompanied by his special counsel, Paul.
His special counsel.
At a weight of 265 pounds.
265.
He is
The Blue Universal Champion.
You suck. You suck. You
Did
suck.
you see the crowd's reaction? I swear to God, Vince is finally gonna go into a coma if they start cheering for him, even though he wanted them to boo. He's gonna be leaving that place on a gurney to the hospital, man. It's just like brain just wires crossed, brain goes.
Daniel Bryan realizes what's at stake. The Universal Championship and the opportunity to headline WrestleMania with a WWE Hall of Famer, the rated R superstar Edge.
Yeah, it's definitely Reigns Edge gonna be main event Team Mania night 2. Yeah, I think night 1 will be Lashley McIntyre, night 2 will be Reigns Bryan.
Edge.
Sorry, Reigns Edge. Sorry.
No, I still think
Type
Bryan. I still think Bryan's going to be in it.
Still think Bryan's gonna be in it? Okay.
Look, honestly, the story they're telling, Bryan's the hero of the story. If Bryan's not at Mania competing for the title, it's going to be hell.
Because the other factor is you gotta remember too, you gotta wonder if they would take the title off of Reigns at Mania.
Yeah, why not? Like I think it's a perfect place to do it. I mean, he's been dominating for months and months and months. Mania's supposed to be where stories end.
I know, but they don't remember. WWE doesn't always remember that. Sometimes they wait till like Money in the Bank. Sometimes they wait for another 2 months for doing it. Like remember when Goldberg finally won the World Heavyweight Championship? Where did he win it? He didn't win it where he was supposed to. No, he won it like a month later.
Yeah. And then they had him lose it stupidly. But that was all. Goldberg's entire first run was botched.
Yeah, so don't color me surprised if they don't do that.
Look, I will color you whatever I want. And now polka dot.
This is Mo's coloring book, damn it. He will color you whatever color he wants to color you.
Touche.
If there's one man I believe, Corey, that won't be intimidated by Roman Reigns, it is Daniel Bryan.
And if he wants to color outside the lines, he will.
He will. He will.
I got a shirt that says I always color outside the lines.
Okay, if you could choose one person for Reigns to finally tap out to, who would it be?
Bryan.
Brian?
Like, who's better?
Angle. Whoa, why Angle?
Oh no, I just imagine that intense Angle angle lock being applied, and
oh, you mean like take the straps down? Ah.
Yeah.
Who gets into that grapevine ankle lock? That's where you know it's serious.
And just go
with the mouth guard on.
with the
that
mouth
makes
guard
you
on.
look more badass.
Well, Kurt Angle actually recently brought up like why he was not wrestling well at all during his last run. It's because they didn't tell him that they were going to use him as a wrestler, so he didn't bother training for a while.
Yeah.
And so when he did start wrestling, he was out of shape.
He is intensely watching everything these two men are doing, as he should be. As the special outside
He has said that he was not happy with his last match.
You want a break?
So they should have let him have him when he wanted to have his last match with John Cena, but no.
We're not gonna get into that here. We're watching Brian trying to decimate a dog.
Jay O'Brien to decimate a dog.
No, yeah, sorry, I apologize. The big dog.
The big dog.
Yeah, they're probably gonna debate Roman's new theme at Mania.
Is that what are you watching? I'm watching a vegan try to kill a dog. What?
I love that. I like it. No context. Explain what match you're watching. I'm trying to watch a vegan murder a dog. Wait, what? Ooh, what would you call the Sheamus Rollins match?
And again, we talked earlier, Corey.
Sheamus? You mean?
Sorry, Sheamus McIntyre match.
Oh, I don't know. I think about that.
The guy who likes Braveheart versus the guy who's a fan of Sean Connery. Wait, that was one of the same.
Sean Connery's Scottish. Yeah, that'd be the same person.
No, you can go. No, it's Daniel Craig taking on Sean Connery. What? I'm kidding.
But I don't know that Reigns has ever been toyed with like Daniel is doing right now. Look at Brian, a couple of quick kicks.
I'm watching a giant leprechaun try to murder Mel Gibson.
No, Bliss Orton. It's a demented I'm watching a Barbie doll trying to wreck a snake.
I don't think anything's gonna top a vegan trying. I don't think anyone's gonna top a vegan murdering a dog. So Paul Heyman and his little thing. Like the only thing I regret not end up getting the Fiend versus Roman Reigns is the Wobbly Walrus thing was actually funny. Like calling Paul Heyman like Wobbly Walrus.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. You're watching a vegan try to murder a dog while Walrus watches. Yeah, really confused.
Did you just call Heyman a walrus? Oh, wait a fat shame him, Kirsten.
Whatever.
Gotta say he has big teeth.
No, you made the joke first.
No, to be fair, Bray Wyatt made that joke first.
Quickly to his feet now, a kick to Brian. You have to wonder how much.
But who approved it? WWE.
Such good shit.
Brian just released. You see the champion favoring occasionally. Doesn't take long to snap a joint or ligament, pop something out of the socket, especially when you've got someone as
Yeah, I do hope we get regular Firefly Bray Wyatt back because I always love segments.
Yeah, I like the mask, but I don't know, the bottom hat, like the torso party outfit, I don't know, it could be a bit better.
I don't know. They'll probably change. He was supposed
I
to
like
be
the burnt. I like the burnt scarred hands. I did like that. That was pretty nice.
You notice they had put some of the where steam was coming off him, like he was still burning.
Yeah. I don't know. Part of me kind of wishes they saved it a bit till Mania, but I don't know. That's borderline doing what they did for Taker's Return at 20. Just like waiting till Mania to do it. Plus, you need a reason for people to watch.
Oh, Roman's like my face.
My face. What's the do for my face?
He said, "You kicked me right in the face.
You motherfucker."
Made me bleed my own blood.
You made me bleed my own blood.
Base of Roman to the arm. And back to the leg, looking to break Roman Reigns down.
Daniel, a master at using leverage in a matchup to Roman. Coming dangerously close to the eyes.
Bryan still has the arm. Again, and Reigns again.
Now Roman just battering the challenger.
And Bryan able to duck underneath, and now Daniel Bryan delivering kicks to the champion.
I love how the Sea Captain is very focused on this match in the crowd.
The Sea Captain.
Yeah, the dude, the blue shirt with the hat on, the giant white beard. This fucking Sea Captain loving this match.
Captain Ahab.
Just that quickly, the Universal Champion reestablishes dominance. Watch this power by Roman, nearly putting Bryan through.
To be fair, if I had a glorious white beard like that, show it off too.
Oh yeah, glorious thick white beard. Ho ho ho, motherfuckers.
When I get old, I'd much rather have a white beard than a gray one. But I don't know.
Looks like he's enjoying a cigar too.
Yeah, well, he deserved it. He probably had a hard day, you know, looking for that white whale, so he deserves it.
You know, those Florida white whales.
Those Florida white whales.
Focus on the task at hand, but Edge is out here because if for some reason things get out of hand, the Radar Superstar has the authority.
You just stared as Spear Brother wins this match.
No, I have a feeling he's going to be spearing someone during this match, namely Dirk Bryan.
This is the pace right here, Reigns.
I want Daniel Bryan to come up with a spear as well.
Roman's power-based style, but again, you can't get complacent when you're dealing with someone as skilled as Daniel Bryan. Cover here by the champion.
Next leg, and Bryan able to kick out.
Honestly, what I'd like to see is go to Mania be triple threat. Bryan wins, and then Bryan feuds with a heel Edge.
His thigh, his hamstring. Not up his quadricep. The longer this match goes,
Curious to see where they go, to be honest. I mean,
Daniel very slowly backing himself to the corner, but it might have been trying to lure Roman in.
I don't see Bryan coming out on top.
Calling for the break, and Reigns again with an elbow, and now Bryan trying to fight back.
By all rights, he should. That doesn't mean, yeah, that doesn't mean it's going to happen.
He is flailing wildly. Yes, he's connecting, but it's not having the effect that Daniel desires.
By the way, but what is up with your background?
he made that himself.
Putt goes to Fastlane?
Yeah, Putt goes to Fastlane.
Oh, it's a dog. I didn't see that.
Exactly what happened.
It's the big dog, Roman Reigns, on Putt, and they're going to Fastlane.
Roman just deliberately settling into a rear chin lock.
Probably could have made the mailman look like Vince.
No, the mailman should have been Paul Heyman.
Look, I was thinking of who I could put as the mailman, and I was thinking maybe Bryan, but then I was like, I'll just leave it.
It is a vice-like grip, the power possessed by the Universal Champion.
Oh, look who wants to come here. It's my big dog.
Could have been the Usos.
The little dog.
Here in Thunderdome, Daniel Bryan now trying to fight back into this match. And
Are you the head of the table? Are you the tribal chief?
And Bryan falls outside the ring.
And I think
And one thing I like, since Roman's turned heel, he showed more of an attitude. He's like, yeah, what do you do? Ooh.
take another look at the action a few moments ago. This uppercut from the
uppercut.
Paul Heyman referred to Roman Reigns as the place prayers go to die. That was a great example of why. As soon as Daniel started to build momentum, Roman shut it down.
Reigns going back out to punish Bryan some more. To end the dreams of Daniel Bryan, to headline WrestleMania, and Bryan trying to fight back into this.
Again, headline WrestleMania again.
And Daniel Bryan starting to build a little bit of momentum outside the
feel like they kind of forgot that part.
No, they showed 30 a lot in the promos.
And again, Bryan's got to pin or submit Roman Reigns to win the title. Reigns now cover as he crawls in. Bryan's got to kick out at 2. For Daniel Bryan now, Corey, this is a desperate situation. He has talked so much over the past couple of weeks of what getting to WrestleMania.
I love how he convinced Roman to sign the contract too. Skip on smack talking how like he couldn't get the job done at Hell in a Cell. He had to get somebody else to get Jay to say they quit.
You can ask every superstar in any locker room in this business. If they want to headline WrestleMania, they will tell you yes. This is Daniel's opportunity to earn it, to tear it away from Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns cover again, and Bryan kicks out the heart and resilience we talked about earlier on.
And while a lot of people will say, yeah, I want to headline WrestleMania, few people are willing to sacrifice to the extent that Daniel Bryan has regularly throughout the duration of his career. That is why Daniel Bryan is the leader of the Yes Movement, because people believe.
You're gonna get
a...
Ooh. As he continues to punish Bryan.
He should listen. He should know. Listen to your tribal chief.
More like the tribal bitch. Okay, bitch. Me.
Get out of the business. Let's go. Get out. Come on.
Into the other side.
Malicious power from the champion.
Reigns up Daniel Bryan with a drop toe hold. Roman stuck in the corner. Daniel Bryan buys himself a little bit of time.
I can't help notice the sea captain now. He just stands out in the crowd.
I know, right? That's why I brought him up earlier. It's like, look at the sea captain. Isn't that adorable? Captain's focused.
Ooh, there we go.
That hurt the champion bad. Reigns is stunned. Daniel Bryan has an opening. Can Bryan capitalize?
Sharp right hand from the challenger for good measure all the way up top.
Top rope now for Daniel
Bryan. No.
Oh, no.
The attempted Hurricane Rana. And now Roman Reigns just powering Bryan into the center of the ring.
I thought he was going to do a Styles Clash for a second.
Oh my God, he's doing that one maneuver.
The Boston Crab.
Yeah, that Boston Crab. I forgot. Somebody else do that as a finisher once?
Roman Reigns with his full weight in the Boston Crab on Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan might have no choice but to tap out. Bryan trying to drag Reigns toward the...
Speaking of Chris Jericho and all that, was I the only one who thought the MGS promo this past Wednesday sounded exactly like Triple H's old Evolution promos?
I
even
didn't
talked
get
like
a
him.
chance to watch Dynamite this past Wednesday.
Ooh. Like he even talked like Triple H used to do during those promos. Like people trying to say, "Oh, it's a new Four Horsemen." It's like, no, it reminds me more of Revolution.
With the elbow right alongside Roman's jaw, both superstars down. This could truly go either way. Who wants
What? Sean Spears does not look right with blonde hair.
Yeah, it's a different look.
Everyone say it looks like a grown, like future Butters from South Park.
Well, then the future Brothers can probably kick your ass.
It is all about the main event at
The chairman.
I would think he's probably more like wasn't Jared Leto in Fight Club?
Oh.
Wait, Jared Leto was in Fight Club?
Yeah, he was the blonde-haired guy when I forget if it was Norton or Pitt that was like their character says, "I want to destroy something beautiful," and they beat up on this blonde-haired guy, and that's Jared Leto.
Ah, interesting.
Reigns caught him.
Reigns kind of caught him.
Ooh.
Wait, when did they get their friggin' table back up?
That's how fast they were able. That's how fast they were able to do it.
The table never broke.
To be fair, those dudes look like they're not that complicated to put up.
Daniel realizes that. Pinfall or submission only to become the champion.
Roman back into the ring. Daniel Bryan now onto the apron. Daniel Bryan's got a chance. Bryan's got a chance. That's all he asked for. Was a chance in this.
Bryan got all of it.
Come on, Bryan.
Bryan's trying to focus his attack on the shoulder of Roman Reigns. He began the attack early in the match, but now it's finally playing a part.
Bryan now up to the top rope. Reigns has no clue where Bryan is. Daniel Bryan with a missile drop kick to the champion.
The champion is down. The adrenaline beginning to pulse through the body of Daniel Bryan. Does Bryan have enough left to finish the job? Here we go, the cover.
Close to the cover, hooks the leg. The champ's got a power out at 2.
That was a long 2 count. As we look back at Bryan crushing the champion with a knee from the apron. Roman's still feeling the effects favoring his left shoulder.
Paul Heyman's career flashed before his eyes.
Paul Heyman's career flashed before his eyes.
I love that. That's a funny line.
I couldn't help but take note on the outside of the ring as Daniel continues to push the pace. Edge has begun pacing like a caged animal with anticipation.
Yes.
The yes kicks by Daniel.
Yes.
Excuse me, those are the it kicks?
Shut up.
Made famous by The Miz.
Shut up. We don't talk about the direct DVD ripoff.
High and low to the chest, to the shoulder, to the knees. Bryan continuing to pour on the offense.
Uh-oh, but Bryan was caught by Reigns. And now will the power of Reigns pay off? As he backs Bryan into the corner. Oh, right hand. Get him out now, come on. Get him out, come on. Reigns is ticked off now. This is a vicious assault by Reigns.
Sharp Muay Thai knees to the chest and body of Daniel Bryan. And now vicious stomps from the Universal Champion.
The official admonishing Roman Reigns. Roman showing the effect of the yes kicks, and Daniel Bryan still has life in him.
Very smart, still targeting the shoulder.
Yeah, trying to wrestle Reigns down to the mat.
Reigns able to sprawl just enough to stop Daniel's double leg attempt. And this is just raw power.
Daniel Bryan.
Oh, Hurricane Rana.
Oh, nice.
Up and over. And now Bryan with a kick to the face.
The champion is rocked.
Bryan is feeling it.
Ooh, kick to the head.
I would keep on kicking him in the head. Damn.
Keep getting longer and longer. But Daniel Bryan is undeterred, continuing to soldier forward. Daniel knows the goal.
Corey, Roman Reigns is hurt.
And
No.
Daniel Bryan knows it.
See, even the sea captain's concerned.
You're about to get broken.
I must break you.
Also knows that Roman can turn this back around with one powerful punch.
Stop him.
Oh, I love this is one of my favorite moves he does now. He's been doing again.
Smart here. Bryan controlling the arm.
Stomping a mud hole into his face.
He's walking it dry. Oh, you turn into a yes lock. Tap, 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 tap.
Nah, he's too close to the ropes. Tap, yeah, bitch.
Roman's like, I'd rather die than tap. Like, you sure?
You sure? Put your family in a lot of debt.
Roman's shoulder's going to explode in a matter of seconds. The longer Daniel keeps this on, but look, transitioning to a different submission.
So smart.
Oh, damn. That was nice. That was nice.
Yes.
Ooh, and clocked him over the head, too, for good measure. I like that.
How much more can Reigns endure? How much more does Reigns have left? Can Bryan pull off another road to WrestleMania miracle?
It's got to be only a matter of seconds. Roman's body is going to betray him.
To be fair, he got his last one when he protested hard enough.
Punishment for anyone's anatomy.
Last gasp attempt by Roman Reigns to break the grip of Daniel Bryan.
Trying the fingers.
And now Roman Reigns.
There we go. The aforementioned bombs being dropped.
Yeah, shades of what happened in Elimination Chamber. Almost a tap out and then the bludgeoning ensuing for Reigns.
Yeah, look at, is my arm still good? Yeah, my arm squeezed. It makes a squeaky noise.
Power bomb him. Oh.
Oh.
Stacks him up. Covered by Reigns. Bryan somehow stays in it.
What a hard-hitting match.
Yeah, I like it. I've been enjoying this.
Shit out of each other.
These superstars have left everything in their being in the ring for an opportunity to headline the greatest event in sports entertainment, WrestleMania.
Double or nothing. What? I mean, WrestleMania.
Nah, I mean, these Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom. What did you say? I said Mania. I said Mania. Let me that Daniel Bryan and
Speaking of Wrestle Kingdom, they unified the IWGP Intercontinental. And
I don't want to talk about that because that was really stupid.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna say.
Now to be fair.
Oh no, ref bump, no, no.
Who could possibly help?
No, Edge is gonna screw Bryan.
The old Tampa Bay screw job.
Two.
Yeah, special enforcer has referee powers.
Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about like 5 seconds ago.
Take a look at this.
What was the referee behind Reigns?
And I love Roman knowing full well the ref's out, still goes for the spear and the pin. Still goes for the pin. It's like, dude, ref's out.
Could be one of those times where a second ref comes sprinting down and it's just like, I see what happens. It's my time to shine.
Like Roman's talking to Edge. Fucking Scar. Oh, submission hold. Go for an arm bar. No. Is that Kimura? What is that? Kimura lock?
That's an arm triangle.
It looks more like what's Taker's submission move?
It's a type of Kimura lock.
Hell's Gate.
Yeah.
What's it called? Hell's Gate?
It was called. He called it Hell's Gate. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that was impressive.
Yes, lock. Yes, lock.
How much can Roman's body endure in this submission? Edge is right there. If Reigns taps, Edge is going to see it, and Bryan's going to WrestleMania. Couple of cross faces, just wearing Reigns out. I mean, wearing him out.
And there is sheer horror on the face of Paul Heyman as he watches what goes down, because Roman Reigns is in jeopardy of losing everything.
Reigns gonna tap. Oh my goodness, is Roman Reigns gonna tap?
Oh,
hey, what a shocker. Jey Uso interferes. What a shocker. What a shocker. Who didn't see that coming?
Edge is down and out after that super kick. Shoulder first to the post. The enforcer is down. The referee's down. She's got a steel chair. And Bryan with a running knee.
Jey Uso's down.
Corey, everybody's down.
Oh wait, if Bryan uses the chair, will Edge disqualify him?
He's got an equalizer in his.
No, the ref's back in the ring. And plus, if he uses the chair on Jay, it's something not disqualification for using it on somebody outside the match.
I'm saying, like, if he does use it on Roman.
Everybody's down. Who can beat a ref? And
Everybody's down.
Daniel
party.
puts on the ref shirt. Yes, locks Roman. Declares him tapped out.
No!
Oh no, Edge is gonna stop him.
He's bleeding too.
Oh no, he hit Edge!
Wait, who's bleeding?
Like Brian a bit from upper lip.
Oh no.
But Edge is out. He's gonna tap.
Roman's gonna pass out.
Wake up, Edge.
Where the fuck's the ref?
Roman's gonna pass out.
Roman is gonna tap out. Roman Reigns has nowhere to go. Roman Reigns is caught. Roman's looking at his eyes. Look at Roman's eyes. He's fading. He's out. Roman Reigns is gonna tap out.
Jesus Christ, where's the other fucking ref?
Wake the fuck up. He tapped out. He tapped out. Edge screwed Brian. Edge screwed Brian.
Oh, you better not end this in a fucking no contest. You better not fucking end this in a no contest.
Then turn off the TV.
This is mine.
Turn off your screen now.
Edge just turned heel.
I don't see that as turning heel necessarily. He got hit.
No, he just said this is mine. Edge just screwed Daniel Bryan.
Dude, you may actually fucking be right. They may make it a triple threat at Mania. They may actually make it a triple threat at Mania. You actually may be fucking right.
I hope
we'll see, because they may pull a Fastlane rematch at SmackDown Friday.
He has Corey and Reigns and Bryan.
Oh, now there's a fucking ref.
My same.
For you.
5 seconds ago. 10 seconds ago.
Oh. Edge screwed Bryan.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be. Now you have me thinking, Nick, it's gonna be a triple threat at Mania. Now I think so. Now that it's happened.
It's basic storytelling.
Reigns tapped. Reigns on footage tapped. And
Well,
he's
you know
never
what?
tapped.
Nobody ever reviews the footage that has the ability to change the outcome.
And see, this is why I like Chris Jericho and Dynamite during the MJF stuff. He's like, dude, I watched what happened last time. I saw the shit you do with Guevara.
He's like, I watched the show.
So yeah, I think it may be. There is now a possibility it may be a triple threat. May. You know them. They may just make it a Fastlane rematch Friday.
No, they can't do it. What Edge just did, he's not going to get cheered at Mania. If they try to still go with Edge and Reigns, they're both going to get booed out of the building. They have to have Bryan in the match. Edge is no longer a face.
We'll see.
Not after what he just did.
That's just fucked up, man. He fucking tapped, too. I knew that shit was going to happen.
I'm fine as long as it leads to the logical next step. Bryan gets added to the match. Bryan wins at Mania. That's all I want.
I just want Roman to point at the sign.
Against the winner of the Royal Rumble.
So yeah, Bryan's justified. It could lead to a triple threat. I mean, yeah. Because they remember, reports have recently said they kind of had to go. Oh, go on, Mo.
Point at the sign.
Well, he just wants to point at the sign.
Oh, okay. No, because there's rumors that because of a lot of the leaks about what the WrestleMania card is, they may have there's rumors that they may have gone back to like square one with some of their WrestleMania opponents.
Coverage asking for it.
So that was, let's see. So that was WWE Fastlane, and it's about what I expected. It's about what I expected. I was hoping, I'm like, maybe this year will be different. Maybe since they brought Fastlane, they'll try. No, it was the same fucking thing it was the last time. Majority of matches, we're just going to put a pause on this because we're just doing this at WrestleMania. So, like, just pause on this, WrestleMania. Pause on this, WrestleMania. Pause on this, WrestleMania. So a lot of that was that tonight. Even the main event match, while amazing, was still that.
Well, that's kind of the point. It's like basically a preview pay-per-view is what it's supposed to be.
So
Mania.
okay, go on.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, yeah, I was gonna start with our pre-show match, which is the US title match, where Riddle took on Ali. Can anybody else talk about this match? Because I missed a good chunk of this match.
Overall, it was a good match. It was a good back and forth. They actually put a lot of time and moves for a pre-show match.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got to see some good wrestling between the two before Riddle hit that Road Derrick off the top rope, got the win. And of course, we saw afterwards Ali tried to take his frustration on Retribution, and they finally turned on him.
Like an abusive boyfriend, Retribution has finally had enough of Ali's bullying.
Like the end of a Lifetime original movie. Okay, so, but from what I did see of the match, it was impressive, and it's hard not to disagree that it wasn't impressive because the talent in the ring, to be honest. So, our open. What was that?
So yeah, Retribution that lasted 7.5 months.
Thought they would have been done in 3. So next up, we have the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Jacks of Spades versus the Bossist. This was a match.
It was a match, yeah.
For the little bit of it where it was actual match, it was good, and then it just went to the same usual shenanigans we've been getting the last few weeks on SmackDown. You know, original interfering, miscommunication between Belair and Banks, and led to Jack Spades retaining, which of course is going to lead into their match of SmackDown. Oh, I'm sorry, for SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. So, does anybody else say?
Yeah, it went pretty much exactly how I thought it would because it just makes sense. You got to have Banks and Belair be personal, and so they've been doing that with their egos getting in the way with each other, and ultimately they couldn't work together and they lost. And now I'm expecting Jackson and Baszler are probably going to defend the belt in a fatal 4-way tag match, probably because this is probably going to be Natalya and Tamina, Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, and Lana and Naomi.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing that. Like a bunch of teams are trying to go after Jackson Baszler. Yeah. They decided to separate all the good tag teams in NXT from the rest of the roster.
Yep. So, Mo, any other thoughts?
I have an overarching thought involving this whole pay-per-view. I don't have any specific for this match other than it's just boilerplate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not looking for a full analysis on this. It was what it was. Next up, we have the next indie. We're waiting till Mania, obviously, match. The Intercontinental Championship match, Apollo Crews, Biggie. And I thought this started off pretty strong overall. Really strong overall. A lot of good stuff beginning, and then there was that. It ended with this the most awkward of pinning weird predicaments. Like, so weird how it ended, just abruptly, and then like, was it Biggie? Oh, not Biggie. Apollo Olympus slam Biggie straight to hell multiple times, and that was that. So yeah, we're waiting on Mania. Okay.
I guess if you're gonna wait till Mania, I guess you have Crews win at Mania. His character, they put a lot of work in his character, and I think he should have a title run.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have him destroy Biggie, have Biggie be gone for a little bit, then have him come back, and then have a rematch down the line.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're expecting. I'm thinking it's gonna be at Mania, our Mania match. Then we got Old Spice commercial for the 24/7 championship. That was interesting. That happened.
It was
then we got the next of the we're holding off till Mania match, which was supposed to be Braun Strowman, Shane, but then turned to Strowman Elias, which it was what was. Nothing else to say about the match.
What point does Elias have to be on a pay-per-view other than to get beat up by somebody?
Get beat up by somebody.
Yeah. And then after this, the quality increased, I would say, because next up we got Rollins Nakamura. That was very well done, obviously. Some great offense from both sides of the fence on that one, and just good match. Yeah, it was obvious that Rollins was going to win, but still really good stuff. And I love how Rollins still bitching and moaning about how many times he got swung by Cesaro. So, by the way, it's 22. Any other thoughts about this match, guys?
It was a really good match. What I expected from two world-class caliber athletes. And now, as much as I like Nakamura, and I would love him to see him in his own big thing, it now leads to Cesaro getting a big moment at Mania. So at least somebody's getting a big push out of this.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Then we got the no holds bar match between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus.
That was
really well done match. Like, really enjoyed it.
The best match.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of struggling with which match I thought was the best match overall. I'm struggling between McIntyre, Sheamus, and Reigns Bryan. But we'll get to Reigns Bryan why that match was great. But yeah,
Okay,
Sheamus McIntyre was a great brawl, great no holds barred. Really took advantage of the no holds barred thing. Had some really cool moments, like when McIntyre threw Sheamus through the screens and they exploded. I was like, he just killed Sheamus.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, I mean, really well done. Of course, McIntyre won pretty cleverly. He took the piece of the commentary table that Sheamus brought in, had the Future Shock DDT on it, and then followed up with Claymore to win. So nice little.
I still think there is a possibility that Sheamus is added to the WWE title match, but we'll see.
Yeah. Next up, we got Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. And one of the more unique cinematic S matches of the night.
Yes.
Just a lot of
a match.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say. It wasn't even a match. It was just a Tom and Jerry cartoon near a wrestling ring.
That's all I wanted from that match, from this.
Yeah. But basically, the biggest story of this is, of course, that
the Fiend is back. He's alive. He's alive.
In an outfit, I would give out of 10, about a 7.5.
At least give it an 8. The mask is awesome.
The mask is good. The burnt scars on his arms are great. It's just the middle part. I feel like you could have done more with the middle part.
Well, it's a burnt outfit. It's not going to look all that flashy.
I mean,
I think I want it to be
alligator skin.
True. I think I want it to be a bit flashy, just a bit, tiny bit.
This probably isn't the final look. It's just his return look, immediate return look.
So we'll see what happens there. But I love the mask. I love the burnt scars. I love how they have his eyes different tones. One burnt out, one still the Fiend's eye. Really like that. That was really impressive. Like I said, good way to end it. I think it's the first. God, it's been a while since somebody won an intergender match in a pay-per-view.
This wasn't a match.
It wasn't a match. Hey, look, the ref counted the 3. I think it counted as a match.
I mean, the one most famous was I can think of was that I Quit match between Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon in 2003. I'm sure it hasn't been one since then.
Oh God, I think a lot of people are trying to wipe their brains of that match.
Unfortunately, I can't.
I'm sorry about that. And then, of course, finally, we got the main event match, the Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan for the Universal title. Edge as enforcer. And yeah, I think this is a better match than their last Fastlane match, to be honest.
Oh yeah, because they beat the ever loving hell out of each other, and Bryan showed why he's one of the best submission wrestlers on the planet.
I mean, great stuff from Bryan. Roman still looking like an absolute beast. Bryan getting some clever technical offense in overall, and then of course we had you know, we already knew what was going to happen. We knew the shenanigans were happening near the end. So we got Jey Uso interfering, and then we got Bryan interfering with Jey, and then accidentally hitting Edge.
I called Edge screwing Bryan.
And then Edge getting just ticked off and overall just battering both Roman and Bryan, enough for Roman to pick up the win, but not before Bryan legit had Roman tapping. Yeah, like that tap out. Yeah, that tap out. So yeah, I now I can see them possibly doing a triple threat Mania, and we'll see where that goes overall. I mean, yeah, really good stuff. Do you guys have any thoughts about this match?
Really good storytelling overall. Exactly how it should have gone. Great technical rush from Bryan. Great physical force from Roman Reigns. This, like, I know they were probably originally going with the idea of, oh, Edge had to retire and give up a belt, and this is his redemption story. But no, this fits Edge's character better. Like, since Edge has come back, I feel like we hadn't really seen the rated R superstar until this moment. This is like, because people remember, like, who's watched it back in the day with Edge was the top guy. He was always obsessive and a little off kilter, especially when it came to getting what he wanted. And now Edge feels like this was his. He won the Royal Rumble, and this is his moment. And Bryan has no business getting in his way. And so him getting all obsessive at the end, saying, "This is mine. This is mine." It's like, that's Edge. That's the rated R superstar, and I'd see it back.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing him back overall. Mo, any other thoughts about this match?
I mean, you pretty much said everything that needs to be said. It was nice to see more. It was nice to see more between these two than what we had at the last pay-per-view involving that less than a minute match, it seemed like. But for the most part, I enjoyed what was going on in this, except for the end.
Okay, so of course the grade, and this one's difficult for me. This one's difficult because the first half of tonight was bad. It wasn't very good.
I don't think it was bad.
I don't think it was god awful, but it wasn't very good. But it wasn't until Rollins Nakamura onward where the quality definitely increased for the most part. So I mean, with that being said, I'll give this one a B minus. I'll give this one a B minus. The biggest issue I have, of course, with this was, like with all the other Fastlanes, which is the reason they stopped doing Fastlane, was that it was a lot of just, hey, we're putting this match here, but obviously it's going to blow off at Mania. Oh, we're having this match here, but obviously going to blow off Mania. And there's quite a few here tonight that felt like that. Even a main event match, to an extent, kind of felt like that. You know, still a great match, but kind of felt like it. But then you got the women's tag title match. Then you got what they did with the IC title match. Strowman, McMahon, now Strowman Elias instead. You know, even Rollins Nakamura, while great, was still that. It was just pause until
that is slow building storytelling. That's what you really need to do in shows like this. Like, no, Fastlane is not the pay-per-view where feuds come to end.
I agree with that, but now when what felt like what I feel is that I agree with that, but not every match needed to be that, and it kind of felt like the majority of the matches felt like that.
It was 3 of them.
Like, yeah,
three of the 8.
I think probably like a couple of them maybe could have naturally done it, but like there was I think my problem was there was blatant ones where it felt like obviously they were holding off till Mania. Like the biggest example of that was definitely the IC title match. Was that they were definitely putting down. They definitely want to put that on Mania, the Mania card. So I mean, like I said, they're still positive. That's still why I gave it a B minus. What I saw the US title match was very well done. And the second half, like I said, was good. The second half was good. Especially, I think my match of the night would definitely have to be the Universal title match, the main event match. But yeah, B minus for me overall.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go down. It's like Riddle, Ali was a good match, especially really good for a pre-show match.
Mm-hmm.
The women's tag match was just a notch in the storytelling between Banks and Belair, so I understood that. Big E Cruz was actually, the most of the match was good, but they want to save it to Mania. And so Strowman Elias was what it was, just another step of Strowman wanting to get his hands on McMahon. Rollins Nakamura was a great match. McIntyre Sheamus was a great match. The Return of the Fiend was awesome. Reigns Bryan was a great match with great storytelling that's going to lead to Mania. So honestly, I give it a higher grade than that. Overall, I'm actually going to give it an A minus. Because the storytelling made sense. That's all I need. That's all I need as a writer. I just need the story to make sense.
Mo, I feel like you're smirking because you're going to give it something right in the middle.
So for like I already said, I feel like this pay-per-view shouldn't exist because it's too much of like not a whole lot of conclusion, and it's just like building up, which you could do that during the shows. It'd be like I know, Nick, how much you enjoyed seeing the Fiend back, but that could have been a segment on one of these shows in the build up to WrestleMania instead of
it's a pay-per-view moment.
It's a pay-per-view moment. I feel like it's a lead up. Like this, you see the Fiend at like one of the shows, and that's like the end of like the show, and then you're wondering what's going to happen at WrestleMania. Yeah. What just happened was essentially just a segment. It wasn't a match. It wasn't anything. We knew something weird was going to happen. It was cool to see the Fiend come back, but it wasn't. I feel like it wasn't a pay-per-view. It shouldn't have been on Fastlane. Quite a few of these matches, it was just like predictable in their finishes, and just like there wasn't too much conclusiveness going on to where it just seemed like it was better suited for the shows to make it more interest in the shows what was going on than to have a pay-per-view where like nothing really happened.
Yeah, the most eventful thing that really happened, and I agree with Mo on this, the most eventful thing that really happened was the Fiend returning. That was the most eventful thing happening.
McIntyre beating Sheamus was a pay-per-view worthy thing.
No, yeah, he's not denying that.
I know.
That was a great moment, but it's just like a lot of the stuff that was going on.
Yes,
it was just.
I agree with that, but I feel like you guys saying this pay-per-view shouldn't exist at all. I feel like there was enough on the show to warrant it being on a.
I see. The thing is, I do want this pay-per-view to exist, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like it's just leading into Mania. It's just
It's literally the road to WrestleMania.
It's a glorified pre-show to WrestleMania.
That's all it's supposed to be. It's called Fastlane, the road to WrestleMania. It's storytelling.
But that's the point, is that I want to not feel like that. I want them to generally try and not make it feel like I'm just watching a glorified pre-show. Because that's what it feels like. I'm not saying it is exactly that, but I'm saying that's what it feels like to me. And
to you don't really want long-term storytelling.
I like long-term storytelling.
You can do it across pay-per-views. You don't like pay-per-views. Not every pay-per-view is the end.
You can do it across a whole bunch of stuff, but to have a pay-per-view where it's just like you expect big things to happen. It may not be like there was just so much of a whole lot of nothing, but it was like there was some good wrestling, but then it was a whole bunch of shenanigans and bullshit where it's like there's a reason why some of these pay-per-views were taken away and not brought back. And it's like when you have other promotions that don't do monthly pay-per-views, like this, like Payback, when they announced Payback and had to hurry and scramble and put stuff together for that. And that was just like a 2-week gap between the last pay-per-view.
It was barely a 2-week gap.
It was 1 week.
It was 1 week.
So it's like stuff like that. Although Fastlane had more time, but it's just like I don't care about a lot of the stuff that happened because it's like.
Well, the entire point of that pay-per-view was for Roman Reigns to come back and get the belt. That's the entire point of that.
No, you're right about that. I agree. You're right
And
about
look,
that.
I mean, come on, guys. I think you're wanting something from something. You're expecting something you really shouldn't be expecting. The show's called Fastlane. It's promoted as another notch on the road to Mania. It's promoted as a pre-show, a glorified pre-show.
We're not expecting We're not expecting everybody to win a title. We're not expecting like big shocking twists and turns to happen. No, what we're saying is we feel like nearly every match felt like it was just pause. We're gonna finish this at WrestleMania. Pause. We're gonna finish this at WrestleMania. Pause. We're gonna finish this at WrestleMania. Nearly every single match felt like that. That's what we're saying. It overall wasn't a bad card. My biggest problem, like I said, was it felt like pause. We're gonna wait for WrestleMania. Pause. We're gonna wait for WrestleMania. Pause. I'm not. Go on, Mo. Sorry, you're supposed to give us our regret. Go on, Mo. Sorry.
If you're gonna use Road to WrestleMania, a bunch of these other pay-per-views like Royal Rumble is part of the Road to WrestleMania. Like that has a lot going on for it. There may not be a whole lot of conclusive stuff that happens, but there's actual stuff. Like I could feel some sort of satisfaction coming out of some of the stuff that's going on there. And then you have Fastlane where it's just like a lot of it would just be better as segments on Raw and SmackDown.
But as part of like a big nice build up to the Road to WrestleMania, have bigger Raw and SmackDowns leading into WrestleMania at least instead.
That Reigns Bryan match was too good to be on a SmackDown, which would have had commercial breaks and it was stop and go. There's enough on here to warrant being on a pay-per-view.
And we're not disagreeing with you on that. We do agree. Main event of this night was a pay-per-view quality event. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying overall what it felt like to us.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I'm just giving my personal feelings on it as well.
So Mo, what was your overall grade before we finish up? What was your overall grade for this?
I'm gonna say it was a C+.
C+. Wow. Yeah. I feel like that's too harsh.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
There was no real bad match on this card.
That's fine.
I explained my position. I just feel like there's just more. Could have been more.
Yeah, I think it felt like the only reason they added back Fastlane was they had to meet some kind of pay-per-view quota for them. Like they wanted to try once again doing a pay-per-view each month, which I think AEW has proved you don't have to do that.
And you need a show where some of these events needed to happen.
I don't know. And you know what's I think that's the main issue I have with it. This was the first pay-per-view on Peacock, a streaming service with potential new fans and stuff. And this is what they kind of gave us. It's like they tickled your balls, as it were. They tickle new fans' balls. Like, you want this? You gotta watch WrestleMania to really understand what the hell is going on. Oh, you gotta start watching Raw and SmackDown now. Oh, NXT if you want to watch the takeover stuff.
I mean, from a technical standpoint, I could see Fastlane as being useful in that aspect because you don't want to have the very first pay-per-view be WrestleMania and then find out later that there's all kinds of technical issues porting stuff over to the Peacock.
Oh yeah, I remember the first WrestleMania. I remember WrestleMania 30 on the network was garbage, and now I didn't have great internet back then. I still don't, but it was garbage. We had to legit order the pay-per-view through DirecTV to finish watching it. The network could not handle Mania 30. But no, see, Nick, that's a good point. Is that there is a reason they brought back Fastlane. It's because for Peacock, so they can get more people, more eyes on the product, but eventually on WrestleMania. I think that was my biggest issue. Is that this exactly wasn't the kind of pay-per-view to do it with. There was good matches, but a lot of them were just like you have to be TBC for new fans. It's like. I think that's why I kind of felt like it. That's why I still gave it a B- because I still liked what I saw. Overall, I couldn't Mo has opinion, give it C+. I respect that. I couldn't. Yeah. Myself, I couldn't see it give me any lower than a B- for me. Like maybe if the IC title match was better, at the very least, maybe I probably would bump it to like a standard B, maybe a B plus. But like, no, that's it. I mean, regardless.
You guys laid out your reasonings. I laid out mine. We'll let the viewers decide.
Yes, we'll let them decide if they love commenting about our stuff. So, anyways, other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, definitely about this, apparently, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And I feel like it's just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about the road to the final stop on the detour to the rest area that's located just past Tampa, located to WrestleMania. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell icon as well. Of course, let us know what you guys thought of Fastlane overall. What were your favorite matches? What were your least favorite matches? What are your overall guys' thoughts on our opinions about Fastlane as a whole, pretty much? Should it be like what me and Mo said, be more let no Fastlane, instead just increase the impact of the TV shows leading into WrestleMania? Or should the pay-per-view upgrade its quality standards, even if it is just a pay-per-view before their biggest pay-per-view of the year? Let us know down in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall, but most importantly, we thank you for watching. So Mo, where can they find you? I'm happy I can say that now instead of just saying find you somewhere on the internet.
So I make some sounds and beats on Spotify and other streaming music services, and you can also follow me on Instagram if you like random pictures of coffee and dogs.
Cool. And Mr. Slade?
You can follow my weekly wrestling blog, Spandex Suplexes a Wrestling Review, every Sunday afternoon on FloridaGeekScene.com. Also be sure to check out the first 2 episodes of the spin-off series, Spandex Suplexes the Interview Series, on Florida Geek Scene's YouTube channel. Right.
So, of course, guys, you already know on the next episode of 123 Wrestling here on SRB TV, we will be in person once again, folks. All 3 of us will be crunched together on a tiny 2-seat couch, or we'll have to figure out the seating arrangements for 2 nights of WrestleMania. Now, note, this is also WrestleMania will also mark 1 year since Mo joined the team.
1 year.
WrestleMania 36 marked the first time Mo showed up on this show, and eventually became a regular on the show. So, gotta love that. So it's also gonna be celebrating Mo's 1 year anniversary on the show as well.
I might be getting a stripper.
Stripper can't fit in this room. Trust me.
Celebrate the occasion.
But yeah, we will be. Of course, it won't be the night of on Saturday and Sunday to see our reactions, but rest assured, we'll be in person. Quality will be better. We'll have less syncing issues. I know some of you don't comment on, but I know we have had a lot of syncing issues. But
we'll
trust
find
me,
a way to be out of sync
word
for
lows.
WrestleMania.
We've had too many word lows tonight, and hopefully a lot less word lows come WrestleMania weekend. But until next time, folks, I am Kristen.
I'm Nick Slade.
And I am Mo Brothers.
And this has been a very I-4 filled episode of 123 Wrestling. Of course, we will see you guys at WrestleMania.
Big dog! Oh no!
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions
or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
If you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter
and Stardust
at Super React Bros.